Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and it's a Saturday afternoon. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's going to be a fun show as we bring you Night of Champions, and for some of us, it's morning, it's day, but it's night over there, and we're going to have a fun one tonight, folks. Make sure you get in that chat, click all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows, and me and that pretty face got you for the next few hours. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you WWE Night of Champions. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, even a little bit of punkonomics here today. It's going to be a good one, folks. I see that chat filling up already. I see lots of people making us part of their morning, their afternoon. Brunch with the boys, back at it again. And we're looking forward to this one. As we always say, be a friend, tell a friend, take our link, share it with everyone you know. We want to see triple digits in this chat all day long. But if you don't know, I shall remind you. I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, we finally got Night of Champions. We've got the Doctor of Punkonomics, CM Punk, taking on the pipe bomb extraordinaire, John Cena.
John Cena, yeah, the yin, the yang have switched sides, and coming off last night, I mean, the usual kind of feels, but a lot of people were pretty pumped about how Punk, everyone was pumped about Punk, how he kind of delivered what he delivered last night. Again, he's not, the most fluid of robbers, but at the end of the day, he did a really insane, unexpected promo. No one thought this was going to be the way it was going to come out.
No, one of it really worked that they did like the parallel universe version of each other and everything. Now, did you see that they edited it for the US broadcast? They piped in more crowd noise allegedly, and I guess Punk flubbed at one point, and they cut that out too as well.
Yeah, there was one the kind of like little flubby part for sure. And again, I don't expect him to be like crisp and clean all the way through, right? I mean, it's not his forte. He's not supposed to come out and start spitting like he's Eminem and chopping shit up. Like, right. So I mean, again, shocking the entrance, John Cena speechless. And we will see how that plays out here tonight. For those who are just tuning in, we are live all day long, and we are setting up. Right now, I got the pre-show up, 1 p.m. live. Everything kicks off. Nick and I are going to run through the card, run through the chat. The predictions title is on the line here tonight. Be a part of the WFU. We are running away from the IWC and their so-called writers. We don't want to be a part of that toxic world. So join the WFU, get your merch, be a part of the family, and remember, use the hashtag WFU on all your wrestling posts as we unite the wrestling fans that truly like wrestling. Top three from last night: Trey, Ronan, Boston. Thank you. We will take the top three today as well. And as I mentioned, the title is on the line, Big Nick.
I love it. I love that graphic, by the way. And I love seeing people already. I'm coming for that belt today. I'm going to win it. Now it's become a prestigious championship. It's the most prestigious championship in YouTube wrestling out there.
There you go. We're going to put it on the line. Remember, folks, your predictions only count if you put the predictions in during the predictions window, I will call it. So make sure you wait for us to say what the match is. We'll ask you, we'll prompt you. You put your vote in before the ding ding goes, and we're all set. So make sure you get it in the window. Your point doesn't count. Beyond that, have fun. Good luck to all. Wrestling God is our outgoing champion, so shout out to him. And it's not often we get a repeat champion, Nick.
Well, we've seen it sometimes. We've seen at times a couple people in the chat have a couple of reigns amongst themselves and everything.
True story. So should be fun. 6 matches, so it's a little better than a 4-match card. And I mean, we feel like today might be a little bit predictable, so get in there quick because it could come down to a tiebreaker.
There could be some surprises, I think, today. Like this is one that you have pulled up that's a bit debatable, I would feel. It depends on how they want to go with this. I think that hopefully Rhea wins. They break this off fully from Judgment Day now that Liv's not involved anymore, and they make them kind of, separate entities a bit. Granted, Raquel kind of needs the win. She's just now going to be kind of the figurehead of Judgment Day and especially the women's tag titles. Did you see Rhea backstage earlier, very much addressing the kind of Rhea Hogan discussion of why shouldn't I be trying to go for the championship? If that's not what I'm here to do for, then I should just quit. Why should I even be here if I'm not trying to be the top of my profession?
Yeah, it makes no sense. But I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, as a football fan, Nick, you saw how people feel about the Patriots after. Like, you just get sick of seeing them. But at the end of the day, the best of the best is the best. Like, it's just the way it's supposed to be. And it's like this online loathing of anyone who's successful. We've seen it time and time again. Like, people crying for Cody. Cody gets the belt. Cody's boring. People crying for Jey Uso. Jey Uso gets the belt. He sucks. Rhea Ripley, we love her. She's amazing. She's one of the best in the world. She, has a lot of success. We're sick of her. She's Rhea Hogan, Becky Hogan, Charlotte Hogan. Not everybody can be a Hogan.
Not everyone wants to be a Hogan. That's for goddamn sure. I can.
Yeah, and Hogan does not know best. So I don't get it. But again, this is a good kind of, away from the title kind of thing for Rhea right now. I think this is going to be a hell of a match. I'm taking Raquel on this one. I'm going to stay with my pick from Thursday and say that Raquel kind of surprises people. I could see Roxanne getting involved, maybe a surprise getting involved. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, Raquel, I like the idea of Raquel getting this win.
Well, and especially with it being a street fight as well.
The street fight is a nice intangible here, right? Kind of a little bit of an equalizer. So absolutely excited for it. So we will see how this one goes. And I know, folks, I see that chat blowing up. We're going to do roll call. So get in there, say hello. Even if you're shy, give us a number, give us an emoji, do whatever you got to do. But don't just sit back. Get a part. Get in the chat. Be a part of everything.
Get a part.
Get a part. Sammy Carrion is super exciting. I know a lot of people out there probably think that I'm leaning towards Sammy, but I think Cross needs this desperately.
Oh, 100%. I worry, like you mentioned before, about people want to cheer somebody on the come up, and then once they get there, right. I'm worried that could happen with Cross. I don't want it to. Now that we just got a PLE match, that everybody's, yay, we did the thing. Right. They acknowledged us. No, if you truly believe in it, if you truly want this man to get a push and everything and get behind it, stay behind it.
Yeah. And the crowd should be good. Like, I mean, the reaction to Sammy yesterday, even Carrion when he came out for the kickoff, like the fans were really into it. So I hope the roof gets blown off the place while these two are in the ring. And I think Sammy gets really great matches. Sammy will take this L. He'll still be the underdog. He'll still be the guy that one day I'll be champion. And that's fine. Like, he's taking his lumps because one day he will be a champion.
Right. Do they cheer for both men in this match?
Like, a little bit, I think. I think Cross might try and dig into, like, slow it down, take the crowd out of it a little bit and see how he plays it. But I think the crowd's going to be pretty pumped for both guys.
Well, and bigger question per Cultaholics report, does Karrion Kross take a bump in this match?
Yeah, he's going to take a few for sure. He's going to take an exploder. Yeah. Jacob and Solo. This one's interesting. A lot of rumors about. I feel like every Samoan pay-per-view match comes with the rumor of, when's the rest of the family getting here?
Yeah, well, when it's kind of a whole story about the family, you tend to expect a question about the family. But speaking of family, real quick, I will say Bradley gifting a membership to the family, the giver of gifts. I'm Nicholas, but he's St. Nicholas. Bradley out there.
Giver of gifts. That's awesome.
This one to me feels very interesting because could Hikuleo get involved and cost Jacob the match?
I really think it's a possibility, whether it's tonight, next week. I mean, the only way that Jacob takes an L here is with assistance. And maybe it is, I mean, they're out with this one is, could Jacob get jumped to, like, win by DQ kind of idea? Or is it a case of somebody helps Solo win? They've always, like, when Solo was ready to kind of shift away from Roman, they had, when Who am I thinking of? But they had to bring Jacob in as an enforcer. They had to bring Solo in as an enforcer. Now, who's the next enforcer with Jacob kind of separating from the group?
Right. Absolutely. Well, does Jacob move past this and he can drop the title? Does he move up into the world title picture? Do we even potentially see a Roman Reigns come back or anything? Do the Usos potentially get involved? Does Jimmy get involved and have kind of Jacob's back if Hikuleo comes out? Does Jacob still win and then we just get the smosh after the match?
Yeah, that's the interesting factor with that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Roman's kind of past the bloodline, which is odd to say out loud. Like where people are talking about like Roman's going to come back with reinforcements and go after Solo, but I feel like that was kind of put to bed. And if you have Roman come back, he's got to look towards Cena, Punk, Rollins, that kind of part of the roster.
Do I have to get my family in order before I can reclaim my throne?
Maybe. I mean, maybe. I just feel like he put it to bed. But regardless, Jimmy's another X factor with this. Like, could Jimmy maybe turn on Jacob? I don't know how well that fits, but remember?
No, because they're potentially going to put the brothers back together as a tag team, so you can't have one heel, one baby face.
I think they really should consider it. I think especially now that Jay has dropped the title, but Jay's still super over. No lack of reaction for Jay when he comes out. So for my money, I think it's a great idea. You kind of almost instantly legitimize your tag team division if the Usos go back into it.
I now get to where they'll bring them together. Of Jimmy's going to finally yeet. Mr. No Yeet is finally going to embrace the yeet and have them both come out to a modified version of Jay's music, which is still kind of was the Usos' music for a bit before then.
Yeah,
and they both are yeeting. Oh, they're going to get so into that.
Absolutely. That'll be very interesting for sure. As right now, if anyone's curious, I got about just over 16 minutes on the countdown. So we do have to transition to the chat. Asuka, Jade, real quick. You got Asuka. I think I'm going Jade.
If Nia would have won last night, or if Naomi would have cashed in, I think I would have been very clearly on the side of Jade. To me, Asuka versus Io, you've talked about it. To me, it's just give me that. That's what I want for that title match.
Absolutely. All right, we'll see. Randy, Cody. Everyone kind of feels like Cody's the guy.
Cody is the obvious choice. I wonder if Randy turns heel in this.
Yeah, or even if it doesn't turn heel tonight, but the loss kind of leads him to turn heel.
Could be, which, by the way, for those who watched with us live yesterday, I still have no idea what happened during that segment from yesterday to where the entire power went out, I guess, in a chunk of Saudi Arabia. So I still have no idea outside of Randy walking towards Cody. I have not seen anything past that. I vaguely saw the video of Randy yeeting, but that was it.
Yeah, I think Randy did some time killing. I think they exchanged words, kind of just hyping up the show. So, I don't know how much we really missed. Punk, Cena, this has been fun, man. Part of me doesn't want this to end. I know you've been a very big advocate of, maybe this is at the wrong place at the wrong time. I've really enjoyed this. This has made John Cena's farewell tour actually feel significant.
That's what Punk said before, though. If anybody you put me in the ring with, I will bring the breast and the best out. We'll stay abreast of the situation, folks. But I also wonder, has any John Cena match during his retirement tour been good in ring, in your opinion?
Well, listen, John wasn't exactly known, and he's been called out, and Punk even called him out for it last night. I mean, he's not exactly known as. He's had really good matches in his career, but he's not exactly known as that work rate guy, that guy that's gonna. So we'll see. I mean, I thought him and Cody was okay, but they botched the ending. R-Truth and him was a bit of a ends up a fun match, but it was a
moment. Back, it wasn't a match. It was a moment.
Yeah. So I mean, overall, I think that's I hope this match delivers, and I think it's going to be a lot of deep storytelling in this match.
I hope that we're obviously going to get that because we've had them both take big career highlights out of their, story history and everything. But I really hope that Punk can pull the best match out of John, because I know there's the whole you can't wrestle, but there's not wrestling at John Cena before, and then there's really not wrestling, which is kind of what John's doing now.
Yeah, and I think my concern with that is you have someone like Cody still kind of in his prime, still clicking at all cylinders, or a guy like Randy who I know he's up there in age, but his style allows him to work a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Punk's also kind of an older, worn down guy, respectfully, been up and down the road. So does it get clunky from both sides of this? Does it get a little slow? So I think they're going to have to really lean into the story of the match for sure.
Yeah, I just hope that they can keep a pace with, like, that's the
Right.
thing is we know what Punk can still do at this time. We saw it with Drew McIntyre. So now can Punk pull that out of John?
Yeah, that would be the question there for sure. We'll take a quick second, folks, as we are about 12 minutes away. We have our exclusive interview with PCO up right now. We also just launched the TNA review with Anthony, the best TNA coverage out there. Make sure you check that out when we go off the air today, and give Anthony some love. PCO interview was awesome. Go check that out as well tonight when we're not here. Wrestling with Mental Health tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. We're going to be here live for a special open discussion about men's mental health in honor of Men's Mental Health Month. So be here for that. We're looking forward to this one in a big way. And then, of course, we're back for the fallout of Night of Champions on Monday, 7:30 p.m. We go live. But with all that being said, Nick, a whole lot of words, a whole lot of things. Let's get to the chat.
And the beat goes on,
What's up, Clay? Zach, how you doing? Odds, welcome back. Good to see you. Jason's in the house. Eric, hope you're doing well. Happy birthday, 5'3". Wouldn't have put you past 3'3". So happy birthday goes out to Eric. We gotta do the obligatory fireworks just for the birthday.
There you go.
Happy birthday, Eric. Congrats to you. Thank you for spending part of your birthday with us. Who else we got here? The Wrestling God, the former champion. Yes, use those hashtags. We love it. We love it. We appreciate it. Let's go. Safid, how you doing? C Money. Looking forward to the Yin Yang Twins settling the score in the middle of the ring one final time. The Yin Yang Twins. That's adorable.
Wait do you see my...
No, I thought it. Let's go. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. C Money. 14 matches, both 1-6, one draw, one no contest. Well, that's a cool fact of this match. I had not even considered.
Well, I don't know if WWE put it out there like they did with the John Randy kind of feud of that was always like time runs eternal with that fucking feud.
Right.
You could almost do the same thing, and C Money points it out there with Cena and Punk. They've always been that kind of, like it was brought up in one of their promos at one point of one's the Yankees, one's the Red Sox, one's, the guy that wants to play the underdog, but is still kind of the franchise guy.
Right.
And the guy's, the true franchise guy, the lineage, the history, the guy that's meant to be the winner.
Yeah. And the whole role reversal and the whole kind of playing each other's strengths, and exposing, almost making what their strengths become their weaknesses in this moment. And like the fact that Punk's Mr. TKO and even going to Saudi almost proves it even more, and the depth of this all. And then John's more Punk than like, it's crazy. It literally has been fun. So I hope this match delivers. Part of me hopes it's not the last time we see them, but if it is, hey, I hope it's a good one.
Well, in a sports comparable, and I'll say this real quick, it's like watching two fighters go at it, and one guy's got a strong ground game and the other guy doesn't, but he gets a takedown on the guy who's got a strong ground game and everything. Yeah. Or the guy that's not a true striker, lands a shot and wobbles the guy that's a fucking powerhouse, all of that. It's one of those, like you said, of seeing the guy manage to take that person's strength and use it against them. That has just been so nice to see.
Absolutely. All gas, no brakes, full freaking throttle. Let's go. Big dogs in the house. Larry, how you doing? Paul Triple H Love X voice. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. The night of some champions, as some people have called it.
There was more champions last night than there were tonight.
How many here think there'll be a heel turn at the King of the Ring final between Cody and Randy? It'll be very interesting. I mean, Randy seems like the obvious take. Nick's hands up.
Oh, that's where I was agreeing with you. I was just trying to do that in the background. If I heard that it's going to be Randy.
Okay. Zach, welcome back. Welcome back. Jason got you. Dale, the OG, saying hello to everybody. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Christian Power, always a pleasure. Joe, how you doing? Hey, guys, I'm here. We appreciate you being here. That's awesome. Kiwan's back with us. Vance is in the house. Larry wants to win the predictions title. Let's go. Paul with all the yo-yos. Safit, I think I got you. Welcome back, sir. Chris McCarthy. I'm afraid to click on this one. I do not know why, but today you two looking like ZZ Top if they became wrestling commentators. I'll accept that. All women are
crazy about a sharp dressed man.
It's gonna be one of those days, eh? Get out of my head.
Right.
But 7 minutes to go. Muppet Nick.
Why do I look like that, sir? Why do I look like that?
You look like Bert's like foreign exchange cousin.
Yeah, from Saudi Arabia. Back at it like a jackrabbit.
Oh, let's go. Ronan, how you doing? How you doing? Today, Night's Champion, we're getting the new king and queen, and that person will then get a championship opportunity at SummerSlam. Yes, very accurate, Ronan. That's how it's going to go. Jules, welcome back. Any shocks today, KJ Nick? Also, hope we get a good show today. I hope it's good. I hope it's fun. Any shocks outside of some of the stuff we've already kind of talked about?
Well, I still think that there's, maybe you get a Roman or something like that. I have heard a name mentioned around on social media, but real quick for the past comment of, I think it'd be cool too if Asuka, who's already a Grand Slam champion, adds Queen of the Ring on top of all that. But I have heard a name mentioned that feels very fitting for Saudi, but feels very unlikely for the current climate that WWE's in. Done.
Yeah.
Done. 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 Done.
Yeah.
Good old one, Brock Lesnar.
No. I can't see it. I can't see it yet. I still think there's too much things up in the air with Brock, and I don't even know if Brock wants to do it. He seems to be a happy old man just hanging out in Saskatoon.
Yeah, watching his daughter throw shot put. Boy, there's no fucking DNA test that needs to be done with that.
Zero. Hogan is a St. Paul. Okay. All the Hogan are in AEW. Sasha Hogan, it might be the worst one.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hogan's, and I haven't got to wear my t-shirt in a while, but have you seen it going around circulating that somebody just finished up their tour and are just waiting around for creative from Tony? Oh,
and his contract's up at the end of the year and all of that. So there's also that discussion. That's been the discussion, is that he might
signed like an 8-year deal.
Maybe he signed it 10 years ago. I don't know. But I've heard that rumor going around and that he might be trying to angle, like he's going to do, to quote Kevin Owens, do the Matt Cardona of, I don't know why WWE wouldn't sign me, but I love it here. Why doesn't WWE sign me?
Yeah.
Of angle that, WWE's trying to sign him, or he's trying to go back there for a return to get more money out of TK.
Yeah, probably. And I mean, he's already, from what I hear, making a fucking fortune. So very interesting. And I just don't see Jericho fitting into the current environment in WWE. And I know some people argue, well, he's still Jericho, but I don't know. After so many years of seeing what he is now, I think he'd be out of place.
Oh, he'd be a man out of time. He'd be not Captain America. He'd be Captain Canada and everything, all of that have just dropped into the new millennium. He wouldn't know how to handle all of this. He's going to be out there, having to deal with Joe Hendry showing up and all of that. He's going to have to deal with, CM Punk going back to the pipe bomb type of promos. He's going to have to go face to face with CM Punk at some point. Yeah, Chris Jericho comes back, and he will get eaten alive.
Well, if you can do a serious Chris Jericho where he's like nose to nose with Punk and they're just digging in on all their AEW dirt.
Sure. No, he would have to come back as I am Y2J. I am the legend. It would be the same thing of like if Edge came back, Adam Copeland never happened. If Chris Jericho comes back, he's Y2J again.
Yeah, fair enough. Bradley, hello again. Again, thank you for the membership gifting. Odds, good to see you. Boston, I think most people will say that Hogan stuff are joking when attached to a name, but I don't think the people dislike Rhea. It's just that the sarcasticity of principle,
the scarcity principle.
Great job. But I do think there's a contingent out there that are like, oh, we don't like her, but she's super fucking over, Nick.
Oh, well, there's a whole contingent in just wrestling Twitter, especially, which again, that's still the 5% out of the other 95, that just kind of wants to dislike anything that's cool, because it's still that angsty 90s teenager of just shut up, dad, shut up, mom, of I'm going to listen to the music I want to listen to, of just going against whatever's cool.
Right. Ronan, John C, we're here. Let's go. Let's go. Dale got you. Hope you're doing well. Timmy, welcome back. Julie, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Christian, we got you. Safit Bradley got you. I love when this list is long, folks. ABJ, how you doing, sir? Welcome back, Liam. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's go. MDB, the Knee Pad Patrol on the loose in the desert. Let's go. Gonna have a fun one tonight.
Yeah, well, he brings up Afternoon of Champions. Is there two things wrong with this title? It's not at night, nor does it have champions.
Well, I mean, it's night there. And I mean,
well, it ain't night here.
There's at least a couple champions. We got a U.S. champion. We got a world champion. They're on the line.
We got the people's champion, Karrion Kross.
Right? The women's, one half of the women's tag champions are going to be in,
if those still are belts.
There are.
Speaking of surprises, could we get the Righteous? And
what?
No, we don't need no Val Venus or anything like that.
No.
But the Righteous show up, maybe to
I'm dying for
Brown Cross.
That would be insane, especially because we're not really expecting it. And I know there's a contingent out there that don't really know who these guys are. But I mean, I'm dying for it. I think it's a perfect fit. It gives another reason for Cross to kind of go over on somebody and actually be surrounded with like two guys that can legitimately help the tag team division and mean something.
Well, absolutely with that. But does Cross kind of does every kind of cult leader-esque gimmick need a flock? Like, is that kind of thing that's at times missed with Malachi Black now, of you're expecting two when he gets his new kind of flock?
Right. Yeah, he's like a priest without a following. It's very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. Well, yeah.
But good late morning, early afternoon, Wrestling for Life gang. Brandon, good to see you. Good to see you. As we got about a minute, so I'm going to run through some of these fast. Nick, you see anything special, let me know. But Iran, good to see you. Chris, we got you. RM girl, welcome back. Welcome back. Big Dog, TJ, Jason, Jordan, 80 and AZ, as always. Boston, I think I said hello to you. Another Jordan, so multiple Jordans, I do believe. Mr. Noob on the roads. Let's go. Let's go. Jorge, how is it going, sir? Let's go. Let's go. Mega, always a pleasure. Welcome back. Wesley, good to see you. Man, this list is forever. Big one. Big one. Oh, with an icy. I like the avatar in this one.
Yeah, well, that's very much, again, a 90s, early 2000s kid that remembers the icy.
Right. Z-Man, welcome back. Ronnie, good to see you. Wrestling Proud, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Brosco in the house. Some new names. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Remember, folks, we cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Bear, our favorite Mainer, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Hope you are well, as we're about to get the start of this show. And fitting, I got to the bottom. Jose, always a pleasure. And super chat until we can't.
Spaz with a $5 super chat. The list is long. Pause. So glad we have the boys to chill with in a world where we hardcore grifters tell you Rhea Ripley sucks and Iron Heart doesn't. What?
We appreciate the $5 super chat, Nick. Nick and I are going to sync up. You can do the same at home right now. As I'm about to get the logo went away, we're looking at Riyadh from the sky.
Yes. Big old tower. Pause.
Okay. There we go. Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah, I got the voice of Michael Cole. Night of Champions logo, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia in the bottom.
Yes, sir. We might be pretty damn close.
We've been on this ever since. I'm not watching with the Vippin because you don't get, the peacock in Canada. So
right. No, the old cocker has died.
Oh, pause. I got Randy Orton. You got Randall Keith?
Randall Keith. Cody
Jose, I love this though. $2. This is a super chat.
Love it, sir. Remember, folks, those super chats, super stickers, your way to guarantee you get clicked on. And don't forget, our predictions title is on the line. So get in that chat, and we're going to have a fun one here tonight. Cross,
Right.
Scarlet.
Yes. Smooches, pooches.
Boochie, boochie.
But Mr. Noob, I agree with you so full-heartedly, sir, on this. It's sad that Cena versus Punk is so predictable. That's again, you yourself, sir, sold me on where this could be. So now I can't take anything better or anything lesser.
Right? I did too good of a job. Listen, if I was booking it, I probably would have done it the way I suggested it. Even if it wasn't like on a cash in or anything like that. But the idea that the final hope, like, save us, Mr. Punk, you're our only hope. That's kind of where I would have went with it. And I think based on how good this has been, I was kind of right on that theory. I'm really curious what happens after today with John Cena and the back half of his run.
Yeah. Have we burned through too much too fast?
Maybe. It all depends. Like, if they're going to do 2 months of Roman, maybe not.
Do you think Roman's the one who doesn't?
Maybe. Right? The one.
If you want to be the big dog.
Well, it's almost like Cena would hand off, like, it's like Hogan to Cena, Cena to Roman, right? Like, generationally, as that guy. As we're getting a Night of Champions package.
Right.
The Journey is Long by Tom Rinaldi.
There you go.
Shout out, Tom. How you doing, Tom? What's up, Trey?
Snoochies, boochies. There is one from Bradley that I started earlier that I wanted to click on. Okay. Thank you for staying with the delay yesterday and sticking to what you say and backing it up. Absolutely, sir.
That's what we do. That's what we do. I know some people out there are a lot of talk and not a lot of walk. We're a lot of walk and not a lot of talk, or maybe too much talk, regardless of how you look at it. But we're definitely walking along the path, Nick, and we stuck it out as we always do. We've been here for some crazy shit. So, yes.
Absolutely. That's why we do what we do, because other people can do what we do.
Yeah.
I do dig this. And yes, MDB, Tom Rinaldi, I do dig that. Even if it does feel at times a bit of a predictable card and it is a Saudi show and everything, but they've got the pomp and circumstance of, the Prince opened them pockets up nice and deep, to spring to make this, production look crisp and clean.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And again, I mean, we talked about it. I know you and I have a friendly kind of tongue-in-cheek debate about whether or not it's their fault the power went out. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, to their credit, they could have came out of that and, like you said, or worried that the crowd kind of died or the energy wasn't there. But, as it turns out, the show was strong enough to kind of keep everything going once we got back into it.
Right. Bernard, Roman doesn't need to hold a title for a while. He doesn't need that belt, the belt anymore.
It needs a strong word for me, right? It's like Seth doesn't need the Money in the Bank. Correct. But he wants it.
Be a whole lot cooler if you did.
Right.
As Robin is asking, why? Who?
But why? But why is the rum gone?
Why? Obviously, I like unpredictable shows. All right, that sounds like a discussion y'all having.
Listen. There's what makes things unpredictable is you need predictable things, right? Like, you need the counter, and we've said it a lot before. I know sometimes in the modern wrestling we focus a lot on wins and losses. It's how we get to the predictable ending that matters. You can have something that's obvious. Like, I mean, it's no different than sports of, the 150 ranked tennis players going up against Nadal next week. We're all going to think Nadal. It's pretty predictable that Nadal's going to pull this one out. But when it becomes unpredictable is when he gets that upset. So there has to be some surprises mixed in with our obvious journey. And the story you tell to get to the ending, even if we know the ending, it's got to be good.
Or even within the game of, if you have those moments to where, it might look like an upset. And even then, if he still gets clapped back and, loses the match and everything, then it still works out perfect because you had that glimmer of hope. You got up for it. You thought, oh my God, there could be a chance this went the other way. What?
We'll save it for later. I'm so funny.
Fair enough. Embrace your inner Beyonce, Jose. Hey, what do you say? WWE doing its promo to start Night of Champions. I saw you, Wesley. Hi, guys. It's me, Wesley Gonglin, and a happy Night of Champions Saturday. So we're starting off with the Cody versus Randy. Yeah, so we're starting off with Randy versus Cody right now.
Right out of the gate, we're not wasting any time.
Alexis, what up? Does Drew show up and screw Punk against Cena? Interesting. Drew's allegedly still out, might still be out recouping or recovering. Did you see 3MB reunited?
Yes, that was so adorable.
Oh, absolutely. When your favorite band gets back together, you have to love it.
Right. Well, folks, I'm going to put the first prompt out there. Remember, your predictions only count if you put them in during the prompt window. But we got Cody, we get RKO, and the crowd gets to start off with a beautiful sing-along. But get your votes in that chat, who you're taking, and become our predictions champion.
One, again, fitting with the conversation we were just having about at times stuff being predictable. We all kind of know the outcome. But you're going to pop anytime that Randy hits an RKO out of nowhere and could all of a sudden snatch up a victory.
Yeah. So
Spaz,
I can't get...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You speak.
Go.
All right. Spaz with a $5 super chat saying WrestleMania in Toronto at the Rogers Center Sky Dome with stands and deliver at BMO Field. Right, KJ? What?
Right. It's going to be good. I like BMO Field. But WrestleMania at the Rogers Center. Let's go, Skydome with stand and deliver it. Let's do it. Absolutely. Both fields. BMO's an outdoor field, but gorgeous venue. I'm down.
And I agree with Boston. I'm glad they didn't start off with the cross match. I thought that's where they could have gone because it is still Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. It's very much almost a Raw match. So I thought that could have been where they started it off, but starting off out the gate with Randy versus Cody we're going to get the crowd fired up out the gate. We'll probably work our way through the rest of the card and we'll end with Punk Cena.
Right.
Cody for the win. Cody Rhodes for the win. Cody Raheem Rhodes for the win. Cody, everyone's taking Cody. Well, Jobson's taking Orton. Chris McCarty, you have two headliners in Cody and Randy and Cena and Punk. Who do you pick? Who do you open with? Really, neither pair could be anywhere else. Fair. That's kind of always been my philosophy of you bookend it. You start one of they're getting the fresh, clean audience, and you have one that's going to be your super headliner of your show, which Punk versus John Cena Last Dance is going to be.
Yeah, 100%. As I'm looking forward to this one. And again, it will be very interesting who gets that shot at SummerSlam. Do you like that they added that little caveat, to make the crown seem a little more important?
Yeah, it was needed if you were going to run that back. Are you on tournament burnout in pro wrestling right now? Of every company, every show feels like there's some sort of tournament at some point involved. So to have another tournament, it feels, and especially when you kind of knew who the final four were going to be, you got there predictably. I don't mind that it's for a title shot, but I think the title shot almost makes this even more predictable.
Right, absolutely. Look, I feel like we're very transparent with our audience, Nick. I feel like we share a lot with our fan base, our family here. I'm not going to go too far into this because we got a pay-per-view. But if anyone's wondering why I'm smiling like an idiot for the last 4 minutes, literally Sean Rossap blowing me up right now because he's having an ego issue and wants me to know what a giant kitty cat I am. That's Sean Rossap blowing me up because his soft ego. If he only knew how many times we went on a fucking hardcore promo against that guy, I'd love to talk to him in person. But my God, what a chicken shit. What a soft ego that man is. So go support Spiteful. Yeah, okay.
But folks, we'll be here free covering all the wrestling. We won't charge you $14.99 a month
around.
that we already know because we watch the shows. Whose theme song was the first sing along? Jericho, Judas? No. I mean, are we talking first sing along in history or first sing along tonight? Because that's the thing. They've always been sing alongs for a while. Kyle, Nick, tough question. Where do you see things going after Gunther and Goldberg? Ooh, that's a good question. That's where they need to establish a new challenger for Gunther. Could that be where Seth cashes in? That might be where Seth kind of locks his target on. But then it's kind of heel versus heel. There's no babyface involved. I don't know who would be a good Raw babyface. Maybe if they bring over an LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Spaz wanting you to release the receipts with a super chat.
I posted the first ones on Twitter, folks, or on X. Mans didn't like my take on his take, so he slid into my DMs trying to flex. Somehow he thinks he's a big deal, a big shot, a tough guy. Guys like him don't intimidate anybody. And if anyone out there is paying for a subscription to anything he's involved with, I would pull it. He's the king of fucking a day late and a dollar short.
Anthony out here just throwing all the wrenches in the SRS as a hoe. And that's on that. Y'all can hide this message if you want. No, my guy. Tell SRS to see money. Thank you for the super chat. I can't fully read it, but yes. He's only a big deal on the internet and he knows it.
Well, DMs like a bitch.
Before he publicly embarrasses anybody, but John C. In the streaming era, they give us these main event or mid-show matches behind a pay-per-view wall. Now these main event matches can go on first. They aren't giving away anything for free, technically. Fair, I guess I'm trying to fully decipher what you're exactly saying there, John. I know that they used to have the paywalls and everything. They used to have pay-per-views. Are you upset that this match is starting off the show when this, like you've at times mentioned, of you build all the way through, you have this would be your co-main if you were going top to bottom, I would feel.
100%. You got my full attention again. I
am trying to pull you away.
I didn't expect to open my DMs and have someone call me an effing kitty live. So I got sidetracked, folks. My apologies. But as usual, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We're authentic as fuck. We're not.
This is why we're running away from the IWC, because I saw someone put out who's the most hypocritical right now in wrestling, and I said the fans / the IWC. Yeah. Those are the most hypocritical people right now.
Absolutely. I mean, a guy wants to praise a moment, and I have no issue with it. I didn't have an issue with either. But you could jump on your fucking platform and look at a Grande. I can't believe he's doing this. It's going to offend people. And then you go back the other way and, MJF's wearing a mask. It's so cool. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Well, here, I'll let you read Chris's comment and then we'll move on.
He's an angry little Twitter weasel. No longer give him the proper info. Yeah, no, he's, again, how insecure do you have to be? I answered you publicly. You can easily publicly counter. He did. But to slide in the DMs of, I'm going to publicly embarrass you. Dude, I publicly embarrass myself on a weekly. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
What the fuck? What am I, a kid?
Grown man bars. Something he got to do.
Anyone that can hear my voice right now, go over to fucking his page and just start fucking retweeting and hashtagging WFU, hashtag Wrestling for Life. Let's go fuck him up.
Online, just for potential, suits or anything. We don't have Stephen P. New on retainer, but just, online.
Be respectful. No.
Jose with a $2 super chat. Sean Ross crap. No one messes with our KJ.
What a fucking soft man. But the crowd is going nuts, Nick. And I got to close the predictions. Get them in. I apologize for getting sidetracked. We do break live news here. And, here we go. Next, there'll be an article coming out of angry YouTuber picks fight with Sap. Sources say.
I bet you if I refreshed Fightful's page right now, that might be a headline. C Money asking, who's Mystico? Well, he used to be Sin Cara in WWE. Now he's really over in CMLL.
I don't know.
If you ask certain people, he's the greatest wrestler to ever walk God's green earth.
One of the top draws in the world.
I mean, well,
dude,
you got 2 promotions in the entire fucking country.
Listen, he's good. He's done well. I don't dislike the guy. That's the funniest part. I just don't think it's what MJF should be doing. But these fans are fucking live. Where's the crowd meter?
They don't want to set off any sort of seismic activity to alert anyone. Firemark, Steam Stardust, baby. Predictions are closed, yes, folks. As we are underway with Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes and KJ come back, you can blame it all on me. As we got a wrist lock here. This pay-per-view is a lie. There's only 2 title matches on the card. Let's sue WWE for false advertisement. No, I think we'd kind of lose that argument fast and hard. Pause.
Yeah, no, we know. We take care of business ourselves, folks, but we are off and rolling. What did the chat say poll-wise? 80% going Cody. Just under 80. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, and I saw Wrestling Proud. I do love the overseas crowd. Yes, I might be like someone else out there. We're going to make wrestling crowds in America great again. We got to beat these foreign crowds. They're too loud, too boisterous, too vocal, too many chants. As again, this has been more of just a feeling out process between Cody.
They're going to take a time. They're going to build this one, right? If you're not, we're going to get some lockups. We're going to get some old-fashioned, good old wrestling. Let's go. Let's go. It's a beautiful Saturday. The world is great, and we are rocking and rolling here at the Wrestling for Life Network. And remember, folks, don't let any sourpusses ruin your day. Put a smile on your face. Get your snacks. You feel good. And let's have some fun today.
It's a great day to have a great day.
I would really agree.
The IWC chases Pat McAfee away. No.
No. I don't think. Do you really think that matters?
No, I don't think they chased him away, but I do. I very much get of having to take a pause for the cause and everything. Christ, we do it at least once or twice in stream and everything. Just go and take a walkabout. But to be doing this plus his show, plus everything that he does with the NFL, extra, ESPN, et cetera, and just to even have some times to be a fucking human being. I very much can understand the burnout and all of that. I think the response from wrestling Twitter was not the best foot we could have put forward.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think there was something to the idea that he was super fucking busy. But big back elbow from Cody out of the corner. Randy kind of shakes it off, but he hits a bulldog.
As Spaz with a $5 super chat. I do like this. The ring post, the guardrails, the apron. There's no LED bullshit, and the ramp is on the floor where it's supposed to be. Already 11 stars. Well, we got a tease of what the setup was yesterday.
Yeah. No, it looks good. It really looks good. And I do agree with a lot of people like Spaz where, not having all that extra LED and all that extra, like you don't need fancy ring posts. A ring post is a ring post. It's just fine like this. I like the little bit of the stripped down, the unplugged version of it.
You don't want the Slim Jim Snickers, the State Farm ring post with the Fortnite corner and then the Fireball ladder.
Right. Oh, big superplex. And the crowd is loud, folks.
Propunzo, pronouns, pal. Propunzo. Lay down your comments. Ole, 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 ole. Joseph John Scudero, Joey Hulkster, SummerSlam, the return of the final boss. Hey, it's been talked about. That could be where Roman returns, and they're going to do a variant, allegedly, of the tribal chief. Eyes up here, pal.
I was just saying goodbye to my friend.
Fair enough. Well, video fans say, may Randy Orton be the king of the ring in 2025. I don't believe it, but back to Hulkster's comment here of SummerSlam, the return of Roman Reigns.
It could be. I mean, a lot of people are speculating he hasn't been around for a hot minute. You bring him back at SummerSlam and build towards something in the fall. It's possible. I mean, I can't imagine, him not doing something as, another suplex.
This has been very technical, methodical. Yeah.
Yeah, methodical is a great word to go with on this one. So.
Last match standing, no. Yeah.
My apologies, folks.
I had to do the Superman trailer. Eyes up here.
Right.
John C. Dale, I've been listening to Wrestle Talk for many years, then Fightful. I don't like everything they do or agree with everything they say, but the fact is they are how I found wrestling for life. So see, what comes around is all around, folks.
Oh, interesting.
John, you know what? You got a star for that because, the world is healing. We're out here showing that be the bigger person. All that of they may come in and say they're going to publicly embarrass you and everything, and you just tell them, go kick rocks. I'm a grown adult.
Well, I'll put it this way, Nick. I have no choice but to take the high road.
You take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll get on that top of glory.
Cody working that back. Some booze.
Well, have you seen the whole discussion of Cody publicly saying, if it was up to Dwayne, I'd already be a heel?
Yeah, I don't doubt it. And I mean, I could see why Dwayne kind of had that thought, but also I don't think Dwayne looks bigger picture. He just looks very like, this is what we should do.
Jose, I found this channel by accident. Well, it's very fitting because that's what my parents call me, a happy accident, folks. So 100% go spread happy accidents out there, but Wrestling for Life is not responsible for your happy accidents. Pause. We don't have a legal team, so yeah. RM Girl, you're a little touch loud on your stream, sir. RM Girl, 1985. Cody, 223, 6'2". Randy, 6'5", 290. Man's been hitting the gym. You are getting louder on your back end.
Louder, as Cody's got the hook, the neck lock.
Ryan, what up? Mega Rona, that was a great match. Flame, Triple H booking for Randy, lost, injured, back, and Cody lost, been a dumbass. Come on, man. What? AD and AZ, I'm not going to click on your comment, but I see you. And yes, very much so, Anthony, very much. Maybe I can just pull this up and I won't read the comment and he'll see it and get what we're saying. Randy fighting out of the neck lock, the chokehold there.
All right.
Yes. Hello,
my friend. Listen, you can carry the fucking weight. Let's go.
Yes, but it's very noticeable.
Let's go. I'm busy. I'm back. Oh, power slam.
Michael shouting out Mrs. Guerrero, Chavo's mother. 1, 2, Little Nate's the referee, 2 count.
By happenstance. Good word.
I was browsing through YouTube when stumbled upon your channel.
Well, good. YouTube's doing its job then.
Facts.
Thank you, YouTube.
Spaz with a $10 super chat. Funny how we find good stuff by and large. I found you guys because What Culture got me on the hitch of watch stuff with us and then stopped. And with you guys, there's no salty Sigd or miserable Murray.
I like it. We try not to be miserable. We may get slightly sidetracked or distracted at times, but we won't be miserable.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I don't want to be in that sentence, bro. I don't want to be in that sentence.
Well, MDB saying I like when KJ is on his bullshit. So there you go. I'm here for SRS Wrestling Court. Any objections? No, because it would be a fucking. It would be a state of execution. There would be no jury. There would be no trial.
Trust me. There's way more baggage in his fucking corner than mine or ours.
Right?
Swing away, bro.
Stay golden, pony boy.
I'll be straight. Calling a man, a kitty, you know what I mean? 12 times does not make you a tough guy. Big Cody Cutter.
Avalanche Cody Cutter. And yeah, those who talk about it ain't about it. And some people out there are just about it, my guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yes, I've sidetracked everything.
No, 100%. We've just waged war. We're fitting for the climate into the show of we're waging war.
Right. It was just, mentally it's distracting for sure.
Well, how fitting that we're going to air our grievances tomorrow night with the men's mental health. We're going to actually talk about it because, hey, Sean, if you want to come and by and talk about, men's mental health and everything, because it seems like you might need some help, my guy.
Well, I mean, if you could open up about some of his, if he can open up about some of his harboring feelings, maybe he wouldn't be so passive aggressive.
Right. We'll just have a good kumbaya. We'll have a song singing, some guitar picking, and vintage Randy Orton.
Love it. I love the crowd. I love the energy.
In the back and going back to the history of back injuries.
Right. But I'm here. Are you good? We're good.
Yeah. Wrestle Steel, nothing like some good young and up and comers like Cody and Randy Orton fighting for King of the Ring. This should boost their young careers. Yeah, I do see a bit of what you're saying. We need this to get them there. Crossroads.
Big kick out. But in a day and age when you have so many stars draped through your roster, I got no problem with not every tournament is the same reason. Again, I mean, I think there's examples of people that weren't exactly, rookies when they won the King of the Ring. They were vets that, used it to get to another plateau. A guy like Booker T did it very well, but he wasn't exactly a spry young Booker T. But I mean, you
sit there and talk about your Psalms, you talk about your John 3:16. Well, Austin 3:16 says, "I just whooped your ass." That was still when after he was the ringmaster and all.
Yeah. Oh, two. Cody barely got up.
Two. But yes, I get that point of, and at times should be. That was my issue with this to a bit of. Everybody felt kind of obvious. Everybody was already top guys. Out of all the fatal four ways and everything, there was no surprise.
Yeah.
80 and AZ, love you guys for doing that. I'm really looking forward to the men's mental health stream. Trust me, that I will say this even before we do this. All of y'all, anyone who can hear our voice, and especially the man beside me, has very much helped my mental health personally. So this is our weekly, nightly therapy sessions and everything. So we just get to really open up about things, if I can say words.
Right. Absolutely. No, we appreciate that comment. We're looking forward to it. And hopefully we can help. I mean, it's not something we expected, but Randy set up a punt.
Do it. Do it. Punt his fucking golden ass dome into send him back to the weekly vodka buzz.
Don't second guess yourself, Randy.
Listen to the voices. Embrace the darkness. Listen to the voices.
Punt him. Randy hyping himself up.
He hit a punt.
He's going to miss it. Cody moves.
Oh, but he was going to go for it.
He went for it. It took a moment. He got there, though. And we go to a figure four.
Is Randy the best at selling physically in the ring, of like emotionally, like his mannerisms and everything? You fully get 100% where he is at all times.
Yeah. I mean,
like when he vipers up and everything, it's some of the best shit.
No, he's so dialed into who he is, right? Like, and everything he does comes with purpose, and he does it so well.
Right. Bernard saying, I like this channel because you guys aren't insufferable marks like most of the YouTubers.
That's a matter of opinion, Bernard.
No, that's a matter of fact.
I like it, Nick. No, that's appreciated, man. We try not to be insufferable ever.
Yeah, well, times we do it unavoidably, but yes.
Listen, I mean, straight up, as Randy gets to the ropes, I think the biggest thing about you and I is we don't act like we know the fuck everything. That we're very open to the conversation, and we don't like. You see a lot of these guys that just kind of like they look down upon the people that are actually like you want the viewers for your following and blah blah, to build up what you're building, and you're so fucking ignorant to so many people. It blows my mind.
To them, you're a fan base. To us, you're a family.
Oh, we should put that
what the fuck was that? Oh, we're gonna see if we get the hearts there, but no, 100% of no, we have 100%. There's people that are in the chat and everything that I know that we talk to, pretty regularly and everything like that. Again, and look forward to seeing y'all in the chat and everything. That's the thing,
right?
Some other content creators, you're a super chat, you're how they pay their rent and everything. To us, you're the homie. But speaking of homies, as this man's getting emotional, $5 super chat from Spaz saying SRS is only here because at some point in history, two people had really low standards, or one had a lot of pity. There was no goalie in net, and we all lost. Oh shit! I might have should have read that beforehand. But let's go, Spaz. Yo.
Oh, what did I get? Two.
Dos. And you guys see, and Odd's even saying, and you guys actually talk to the chat. 100%. Y'all as much as this part of this show as we are and everything. Christ, that's how I got on the show.
That's true. Just
harass this man. Pause. Nick showing his emotions. I'm emotional, goddammit.
It's an emotional day around here.
Right. Creed is the band you drink to and enjoy getting older. There is no channel without this chat specifically.
Ooh, it's true. It's damn true.
Facts. We are the voice of the voiceless. We're the new CM Punk. What?
Right. We're more punk than punk.
Mm-hmm.
Randy's got a chair. Did not expect this.
He goes for the punt. Now we've got a chair. We're very much starting to lean more towards this little Randy Orton-ish.
Little Nate.
Can do that.
Little Nate saying not today, Randy.
I say nay. How does Little Nate still look like he could be the son of Old Nate? Oh, undoing the turnbuckle. This is a Randy heel turn.
Naughty, Randy.
I'm going to do what I need to do to beat you.
Randy going all out. Cody blocks.
Oh, I thought Cody might have gotten some color here in Saudi. Well, Randy blocks it. Somebody's going to get some juice. Somebody's going to get some color here.
Oh, Randy.
Oh, Randy on the side.
Crossroads. That's going to be it.
Oh, 1, 2,
You're
3.
king of the ring. But interesting. Not a bad match. Bit of a slow ending, but I understand. But overall, the fans thought it was awesome. That was your king of the ring. But Cody's going to be mad at Randy for trying to cheat.
And it wasn't the subtle stuff. Well, it started subtle of, I got to wind myself up of, I'm going for the punt kick. I had to talk myself into it and everything. But nope, we're going to do it. And then it goes to, let me grab a chair. And the ref stopped me grabbing a chair, so let me undo the turnbuckle and everything. So he quickly evolved into, I don't know if I want to say exactly heel, but I'll do whatever it takes to beat you, Cody.
And then you open the door for Randy to look at Cody and say, actually, you cheated. You used an exposed turnbuckle to beat me.
Yeah, well, you exposed the turnbuckle.
So still, you're supposed to be the good guy.
I'm surprised that we had an exposed turnbuckle and nobody got some color here. But Ryan saying, Little Nate's the ageless wonder. Absolutely. Right? Man still looks like he's fresh off of WCW.
No, it's crazy.
Kiwan saying, heel Randy is back. 80 even popping up the the wrenches and everything. You think we're funny? We got just even the moderators that are funny. As long as they stay within the lines,
right?
Everybody's 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Oh, we got a few 0-1s. Chris is an 0-1. I'm trying to see if I see anybody else. May finish, says Mr. Noob. Yeah. Wrestling Proud 0-1. 100% in this channel in the chat room has reinvigorated my passion and love for all pro wrestling. Love to hear that.
That's amazing. But we got all this. We got Pierce. We got a Crown. We got a Cody.
King Cody. Well, is this more fitting of wrestling? Now it's really wrestling has a royal family.
Yeah. The royal family now has a king sitting upon the throne. Pierce.
I still want Aldis to wrestle at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it would be really cool if he could do it. I mean, we know he physically can do it. I watched a couple things running back Nick Aldis and Jacob Fatu.
Ooh. Interessante. I was listening to Cornette talk about his agent reports from when Aldis was part of the UK Empire, the British Empire, when it was him, Doug Williams, and Rob Terry over in TNA. Spaz with a $2 super chat. I got kicked out once for exposing my turnbuckle. Well, never expose your turnbuckle, folks.
Don't do that.
Especially in public.
Unless you're doing a tip cup with your jacket zipped up.
I'll believe those bars. I don't even catch them. Season 3 of Squid Game was more emotional.
It was emotional. I'm 4 eps into to season 3, so binged it a little bit, and it was emotional.
Am I in a halfway minority if I have Netflix for documentaries and WWE? That's about what I have it for. Like, I've never been a Stranger Things, a Squid Game guy.
I've never been into Stranger Things, but yeah, but Cody's cutting, a big promo about his kingdom. He will take on either John Cena or CM Punk, obviously.
Now, should you have felt that, and I was under the impression that this was going to be one of those, they will have a title match. Like, if Randy won this, he could have taken on Gunther.
No, I don't think that's not really how they presented it, so...
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, they could think about that in the future.
Wear the crown. Wear the crown. Wear the crown. I want to see Cody run his reigns with this crown on.
Whose head did they make that for?
The Prince, because he's the one that's going to take it back afterwards. But Cody said, I'm going to bring the title back. I'm going to save wrestling.
Right? That's what he's saying. And I'm struggling still. And I will give the creative team credit in the sense of, yeah, we go to SummerSlam, but I'm not quite sure how that works out. How do they, what happens coming out of SummerSlam if Cody and John are the two going in?
This is why I've been worried about this of, are we doing John and Cody, the threequel? Are we ending the trilogy too soon? Because we're not going to ask for a fourth quill. If that's even a term. I'm at the point of, if we get John versus Cena at SummerSlam, that to me is the end. That is, strike me down, Anakin or Luke.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest concern is if we're going to do the countdown of dates, I don't know that John Cena can lose at SummerSlam and then still like the idea that we're counting down to that 0 hour. That's what we got to do. Someone's got to beat him on the final possible moment, right?
Well, is it that? That's the thing is, as Gabriel saying, King Crybaby Cody.
Oh, not feeling it. I like it.
Misfit. How is it that 2 years in a row that WWE managed to go up the finish of the King of the Ring finals? I don't know how they did up, but okay.
I know we had the Randy Gunther issue in the past with the pin. This year, I don't know what the F up was.
Right.
Randy tried to cheat. The babyface pushed him into it. I mean, it wasn't the most exciting climax. Pause. But yeah, it wasn't. I don't think it was fucked up in any stretch.
Fair enough. As now we're announcing Crown Jewel Perth in October 11th. We'll have the SmackDown and the Raw afterwards of the Takeover Perth.
Yeah.
No, I had forgotten about the Randy Gunther thing of the shoulders not down.
Yeah, we had to run it back. But we were running back. We are getting a highlight here of the Street Profits who are in the audience. So again, really trying to hype up your tag team division. And I think the Profits are great tag champs.
Almost like they could have been on the show.
They could have, but they're setting something up. I think we're gonna get like a 5-team ladder match TLC type thing at SummerSlam. I think that's going to be one of the matches. We thought we were going to get a Mania. We didn't. I think that was a miss. So I think right now you got 5-6 teams all vying for that title. Make it a ladder match.
It reminds me of when we got the TLC after Mania, and that TLC absolutely cooked and very much validated and kind of should have been on WrestleMania with how good it was. But Taylor's saying Cody needs Hunter to sell his daddy's Rolex so he can get better acting lessons.
Cool. Fair enough. All right. As up next, we are getting a street fight. Let's go. I will prompt you in the chat, folks. Get your predictions in. Remember, make sure it's in the predictions window as we are throwing them up right now. But who are you taking? Are you taking Raquel? Are you taking Rhea? We got a street fight. It's going to be a good one. Get in there. Let us know.
As Romanowski, I see you, Misfit, saying one crossroad and the match is over. That did very much more happen in the match before that was happened.
There was more than one, and don't like.
Well, no, he's saying at the actual finish after he threw Randy into the ring post, hits the side, one crossroad, just went through the whole match,
over. And I don't think everybody should take 3 finishers. So I mean, the fact that Randy just banged his ribs on an exposed ring pad, and sorry to disagree, Misfits, but I don't like that. Like, I never saw Jake the Snake hit 3 DDTs to get rid of a guy. Like, it was impressive if he needed 2 ever. So I'm fine with Randy hitting the turnbuckle. He had already kicked out of an earlier crossroads. So he hits the exposed turnbuckle, hard to breathe, gets dropped. It's over. I think that's fine.
Right. James, what up? Jules, can we speak about how good of a seller Randy is? Oh, I think it's phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I met a fine girl from Australia. I told her she was perfect.
I met a girl from Australia. Here's the story I'll tell you.
I'll tell you.
I think that's about the only line we can do from that song.
All right. We want the smoke. Absolutely. Well, we got the smoke.
Right.
And we've seen some other people, I guess, earlier in the stream that publicly announced that they wanted the smoke.
Wanted all the smoke. All the smoke.
Well, we are the most vitamin channel out there. So, yes, we got all the smoke, folks.
Very vitamin friendly, yes. But we are getting the video package for Raquel and Rhea setting up this street fight, folks. We'll remind everybody we are back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m., Wrestling with Mental Health. We're looking forward to this one. It's a near and dear topic to both our hearts and Anthony's as well. We're looking forward to coming on, having an open discussion. We're going to run through, some of the cliches, some of the stereotypes, some of the solutions, some of the support. And again, I think we were going to have a really good time with this one. Don't forget, we are back on Monday. And if you look down below on the channel, we're here all week long. We got so much coming your way. We got a triple threat marathon with All In, Saturday Night Main Event, and Great American Bash all on the same day. We're going to be here live for it. When we say we cover more live wrestling than anybody else out there, we do. We are the most unbiased, unscripted, uncensored channel you can find, and we don't take shit from nobody, even SRS. Kiss my ass.
You're right. Well, even Bernard saying, I can't stand SRS. He is so smug. Well, coming soon to the Wrestling for Life merch store is the Smug Bug. 100%, folks. When you're out there feeling smug about your wrestling opinion, you can take a sip out of your Smug Mug. Right before you send that really cool tweet that everyone's going to love and bring up that wrestling opinion that everybody already fucking knows, you can pull out your Smug Mug.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, my sources say WWE will be right back to broadcasting. Motherfucker, it's been back for 6 minutes. Well, thank God.
Well, no, that was questionable. When it was yesterday, that was very highly questionable. I saw our buddies at the Wrestling Republic that were out there of like, And here's your highlights for Friday Night SmackDown. And it's just like the be right back soon screen.
Right. That's too funny. No, we love to talk to the people. So, but I will be right back. Just gonna stretch my legs. Street fight about to start, and as soon as I find the button, I'll get out of your way.
Fair enough. Well, you're never in the way, but we are underway with the street fight right now. So I will drop it in the predictions as I will do this before I read Spaz's super chat. If I can spell correctly. There we go. Prediction.
It's up, Nick. It's up, Nick.
Oh, thank you for telling me that. The voice from beyond. Thank you, Jesus H. KJ White. Very much scared me. So it is in the chat, folks, right now as I got Raquel coming out here. And this is just a battle of the thickness, folks. But Spaz with a $5 super chat. I met a girl from Australia. That's how things were down. Oh, Spaz, I'm going to say thank you for the $5 super chat. I'm not sure if I'm going to fully publicly read out loud the rest of your super chat because I'm trusted that you did us right. God, is that you? Former opponent of Vince McMahon, God, making an appearance and run-in during the wrestling stream, folks. Be right back after the pause from our sponsors. Thank you. Yeah. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, but yes, no, I didn't know. The great voice and beyond told me, but let me know, folks, who you got for this match. I have Rhea because I think I understand that Raquel kind of needs the win, that she's going to be kind of now the new head. She's the new mommy, I guess, of Judgment Day, and she's going to kind of carry the weight of the tag team title. She's got both titles with her. Kind of almost sort of needs the win, but I really hope that as Rhea's coming out, I hope that Rhea gets the win and just we break away from Rhea getting involved with the Judgment Day stuff, and then it gets really interesting. If as Rhea halfway, is it Crow-esque attire-ish, perhaps? But when Liv comes back, she maybe has to go towards Rhea of, can you help me get out of my situation? Can you help me? Friend of my friend, friend of my enemy, what have you. But, and we talked about this earlier, I want to see Rhea get back towards the title picture and everything. I do really like that she can still be involved in all this stuff and still is a top star. But her in the title picture is where the money is right now. Of you don't put Roman Reigns, you don't put John Cena away from the title picture just because, they've been in the title picture for a while. You still run that, if you can find something peripheral from them, but you have them involved. I'm 110. What? 1 for 10? 1-0. God damn it, I can read. And the day after tomorrow, Cody will celebrate his 40th birthday. Well, shout out early birthday, I guess, for Cody. Steven's taking Rhea. Nick again, if the NHL asks you to announce the draft pick for the Buffalo Sabres, would you do it? Absolutely. If the fucking Buffalo Bandits for the NLL, the National Lacrosse League, indoor lacrosse, for anyone that knows anything towards that, I do that, absolutely. Christ, I saw people that were having mid opinions and mid takes about the fact that Bailey was out there announcing a pick during the NHL draft, which I think just again proves WWE and pro wrestling fucking cool again. We've got a pro wrestling channel 24/7 on Sirius XM radio. We're getting WWE superstars making appearances in very much non-WWE things. We're about to have like an MJF show up in Happy Gilmore 2. Christ, what is it? Liv was just out on a fucking, hiatus because of acting. Like, that's the thing, is pro wrestling is very much pop culture right now. Jules saying Rhea wins. KJ and Nick, do they need to do over Cody versus Cena at SummerSlam? Is the opportunity to do it? But is it going to be, should it be the last opportunity? Yes, the predictions are closed. Thank you, KJ. Voice Beyond. Fucking Zordon. As we've got Catwoman in black leather versus Raquel in blue leather, so black on blue. But I forgot fully the point I was going with. Do they need to do over Cody versus Cena? Okay. It begins the question of does Cena lose the title before he retires and you get a couple months of him on this babyface redemption arc, or does he lose it the last night he's there? That's the big question, I think. And that's going to be interesting to see where they go, because that to me is the line of demarcation of once you go down one path, you can't go down the other. So it'll be interesting to see if or if John loses it before he retires or before the night he retires versus if he loses it the night he retires. Because at the end of the day, I think John's losing it. He's not going out with it. But we got Raquel and Rhea right now, and Raquel just in full control. Raquel for the upset win. Rhea looks like Aeon Flux chick. Got me swinging on this. Raquel again has very much been in control. Is this one of those kind of situations to where you book Rhea or Raquel in the dominant position for most of the match? Rhea gets a fiery comeback as the babyface and picks up the win. Michael saying, Big Nick, do you find it strange that WWE, AEW, and TNA Wrestling are doing the same storyline of who's going to save the company from this champion? John Cena, Jon Moxley, Trick Williams. Actually, that's super interesting. I hadn't fully thought about it in that way, but that's not a bad show. That's really interesting. And especially with they're also all heels. So that's super clever. I hadn't thought about it that way. I do think it's interesting. I think there's varying degrees and varying factors involved with that. But yeah, I really like that idea. And it's almost now you've got a true gradient of what you can grade people against. Of you're all doing the same storyline. How did you execute the same storyline? As Rhea's tied up in the ropes here.
Whoop, whoop.
No, I don't know if you want to say you're the same storyline, but you at least got.
I got my own storyline. I got my own angle building. I got my own shit going.
Well, no, because Michael brought it up. I hadn't even fully noticed.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's a really good point by Mike. Of like they are running similar to varying degrees of success. The trick one might be the best one.
It's the true gradient of that's the litmus test of you have the same story. How did you book the exact same story?
As Raquel is just unloading on Rhea. Right to the gut. That's how you swing a kendo stick, Naya.
Well, yes, very much. Instead of swatting flies. Wasn't it always a thing when like the ref, like if he saw a wrestler get tied up in the ropes like this, he would try and break them free?
Yeah, you trying the ref? No, not in a street fight though. As Rhea gets out to a pop, she got a big pop for getting out of the ropes.
Well, she's also had the shoulder issues. Remember, she sat there and rammed her shoulder into a fucking announce desk to pop it back into place. So could that be in play? Hey, what do you say?
What do you say?
So, well, do you find it interesting that this is like blue leather versus black leather?
I thought they were both black leather.
No, Raquel is very blue.
On brand. It's like Catwoman versus Catwoman in a way.
It's Catwoman versus oh Christ, what's Spider-Man's king?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
Widow?
No, that's Black Widow.
Who?
But anyway, no.
Fact checkers.
What?
I'm challenging the fact checkers. Who are we thinking about?
Exactly. Black Cat. No, that's her name. I'm being dead serious.
I know. Welcome to the channel, Dion. As we got a table cleared right now. This is a once-in-a-lifetime match that we'll probably not see again, but I am enjoying two of the best women in this company.
Yo, she's going to suplex her. This isn't a once in a lifetime match because
Oh.
we've seen this a few times, but we haven't seen it as a street fight, and I'm real headbutt. Sparked her out, but Rhea was setting up for a suplex onto the barricade.
Yeah.
Just, I will break you.
Raquel to the floor, folks.
Oh, caught her on the cannonball. Picks her up into a fucking powerbomb.
Oh, look at that.
Yo,
the table guard thingy.
Yeah, what that was just up there to be there. What purpose did that serve? But up over the barricade too.
Raquel, she who sets it up goes through it, Nick, and Raquel put it there. Sorry, Rhea put it there when she cleared off the table. So,
I didn't even notice. I thought it was just there.
It was almost like just coincidental. Wink, wink.
Well, and this is why the match with Raquel works, because it's someone that's the same size, the same stature, has the same power, like matches up bar for bar with a person like Rhea.
Yeah, she nullifies the strength advantage, and she's got a table.
Is it brought to you by Slim Jim?
I don't think so, because we're in Saudi.
Well, what's the Saudi equivalent of a Slim Jim? A Jim Slim?
No, man, move on. I don't know, and I'm scared to answer.
A Roman candle.
You can't give me that kind of lead in.
I'll lead you all the way in.
There's no sponsorship. The only sponsorship we have is the actual call out to Riyadh in the middle of the ring.
Right. Did they have to pay an extra fee to not have the ads? It's like whenever you get any sort of streaming service, you have to pay extra to not have ads.
Right. I'm sure that's part of the negotiation of like, okay, listen, usually we make X amount of dollars advertising and we can't do that in your country. So therefore, AD and AZ might have nailed it, but
I ain't clicking on it. I see. But hey, it might be Friday after they chomped down the power lines from last night. Oh!
Raquel into the stairs, the infamous stairs. Crowd pops. Mommy chants kind of break out a little bit. Rhea taking off her belt. Oh, shit.
Whips and chain, handcuffs, smack a little booty, all whip my belt. Scream help.
And Vaseline everywhere gets pumped heavily.
Right. Remember when women's wrestling was taboo in Saudi Arabia, and now we're literally having one woman whip another in BDSM gear?
Right. And the crowd's loving it. Get her!
Oh, yeah, they've never seen this shit before. In more ways than one.
50 Shades of Rhea cutting loose.
50 Shades of Mommy.
Oh, just still wailing away on her. And favoring that arm, that shoulder the whole time, Nick.
Yeah, but that's where it gets... It's interesting that we've seen the past two matches have very much played into long-standing, well-known injury issues.
Oh, Razor's Edge!
Razor's Edge! Folded her.
Oh, wow.
Yo, shiniest wizard. One.
Big kick out. All in 2 weeks. Let's go, Robert. We're going to be here live. I almost called it mega, but we're doing a triple threat stream for All In. We're excited. We want All In to be good. Someone's got to let TK know that the pay-per-view's on its way.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get there.
Heaven forbid. I didn't like Mystico versus MJF.
Well, no, where the fuck is Athena on this goddamn show? She's on Supercard of Honor.
She's on Ring of Honor the night before.
Yeah. Boo-hoo,
unless they throw her. Sorry, Nick. Unless they throw her in the gauntlet match the next day as a.
You mean where they had her in a match to qualify and be number one in that gauntlet and everything? I mean, I'm just saying, but yeah.
Yo, Roxy Perez in the house.
Like goddamn mini Rhea.
She really does. Like this
is a street fight, no DQ.
Nothing.
Booking.
No way. We expected Roxy to help.
Oh, I know, but Rhea's just looking at her, and Roxanne's just like the little kid of I done fucked up. I hit Uncle Ron with the potato salad, and now I need to leave.
Roxy goes low on Rhea, And oh,
tilt-a-whirl front face
no,
lock.
not today, says mommy.
There is a whole lot of pleather Catwoman be jealous.
It's Roxina. What's up, Dave?
Roxanne shook it. Okay, quack, quack.
Right. Ryan, how you doing? How you doing, Ryan? The ladies need to go home. End the match soon. I think they're doing fine. As Roxanne's going into a garbage can, I'm okay with this one. Theater.
But is this shining wizard on a Roxanne onto the trash bin? But is it becoming one of those, if you have Roxanne, she pops up, it becomes the finish, and then you have the aftermath after the fact versus she's become an integral part of this match?
I mean, she kind of is an integral part of the kind of where this story is going, at least what we think. But, Rhea into the stairs.
Into the steps that was propped up. So, like the open end of the steps, too.
Shit. She walked on her and then hit the corkscrew.
Yo. 1, 2, 2 count. 2 count. 2 count. Is Rhea bloody? I know she's normally
I don't know the face paint.
Well, no, I'm questioning because she went into the open end of the stairs.
Oh, maybe. Nice move. Big. Great match. I like this match right now. Isn't the trash can Kyrie? No, that's more EO. EO loves putting a trash can on and jumping off shit.
Right?
Welcome back, Frankie.
Rhea in the armbar. Oh, Raquel stops herself. Oh, she's about to eat a spear.
Big boot.
Yo.
It's good shit. This match is fire. How we feeling out there, folks? We got triple digits in the chat. Let's see if we get this up to 200. Let's go. Let's go.
I still almost would have liked if if Roxanne was more integral to just the and she still might be, but I think if she just showed up for the finish, it didn't show up and then get taken out almost what feels like midway through the match, I might feel I still like this match. That to me would just be the nice little cherry on the top.
Well, we'll see how it plays out. I got no problem yet. Oh, into the table now. As the table's been repositioned on the top. Nice.
It's already fucking Pele ass kick.
Right, a little matrix for you.
Yeah, which one's Trinity? I know that's normally the Fatu. That's normally Naomi,
right.
But yeah. He's starting to believe. It's a great match. That's why I want them to end and leave us wanting more. Well, I think this might be the blow off of this. Is we got Rhea using the table as a bridge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
this is always a risky situation.
Oh, for sure. This is gonna be crazy. Are they gonna try a riptide off this? And Ryan's got a point. You don't want them to overstay, right?
Yeah, this is the end, and I think this
has to be
here might be the end. We're about to get a riptide off the table. The ref's holding it, though. The ref's fucking holding it.
Thank God. Oh, riptide! It's over.
Oh,
it's over. 1, 3. Let's go. Let's go. Great finish. I picked Raquel, but my God, Rhea looking like a boss.
And again, she is the top of this division. I think that this hopefully separates her. I'm surprised that they had Roxanne be more middle of the match instead of end of the match. But that spot at the end, granted, yes, it was weird that the ref was holding the table to help them, but that's an impressive ass spot.
Right, I guess the ref was like, I can't stop her, but might as well make sure she doesn't kill herself and everyone while she does it.
Fair enough. But so Rhea, Bloody Ripley. So, yeah, I'm 2-0 so far.
As we're getting the replay, yeah, there you go, buddy.
Right. Well, we got 2-0s, 2-0s, 2-0s. We got a 1-1. Habit of a match. Yeah, some people are going to watch that on replay in slow motion.
I thought it was a great match. I really thought it was strong. A couple really good false finishes in there. You figured Rhea's in trouble with Raquel showing up, but Rhea being Rhea dispels both.
I think it's the best match those two women have had against each other.
Yeah, maybe. It was strong, really strong. And I like what Raquel's doing. So much better than being the back attack.
Yeah, well, has Raquel being in the Judgment Day been the best thing for her, and now could
It's hell.
Liv being out be the second best thing, or if not the next best thing for her?
Right. Because I'm getting an ad right now for Let's F and Go LFG. Yeah, buddy.
Booker still crashing out over this?
Yeah,
This is
apparently.
nepotism on the highest level.
Right. I put episode 1 on this morning. I was a little surprised with. I was expecting a lot of new faces, not a lot of the returning faces, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised with that, but Booker T came in like when it's a bit of a work because he came in hot. Right before anything happened, he was like, "Fuck this place," and they're all against me. We're like, Booker, he just said hello. Like
he just asked if you wanted coffee.
But right now we're getting a WWE shop ad, and the show rolls on, folks. We got more coming your way. Not sure what match is next, but we still have a couple really good matches to come, and the action does not stop, Nick.
Absolutely. I'm going to go shop at our shop here, but I'll be right back, sir.
There you go. There you go. We are rolling on. I was so hoping that Nick clicked on the super chat, but $10 super chat from Spaz in an undisclosed basement in the U.S. SRS and JD are petting cats that don't want to be there, watching you guys succeed, listening to goodbye horses and chanting, would you click me? I'd click me. Hey, I mean, I guess in this world, you got to, if you're not going to be your biggest fan, who's going to be? And for some people, they take that a little too far. But regardless, Spaz, appreciate the super chat as I'm getting an ad for Evolution. The Wrestling for Life Network's very own Anthony will be at Evolution in Atlanta. Should be a fun night. We're looking forward to it. That's starting to take shape as we're only a couple weeks away. The action does not stop, folks. 2-0. I'm on a roll. 1-1. 2-0. 2-0. 0-2. Oof. Let's go. Let's go. I think I'm 0-2 as well. Well, we are going back to last night. Julia, your new women's U.S. champion. Congratulations to Julia. Good match. There she is in the crowd. And Julia on the fast track already with a mid-card title. Looking strong, looking good. I'm pumped about it. Was this better than Nia and Tiffany last night? I think so overall. From bell to bell, I think so, yes. But up next, holy shit, let's go. Nikki's got to get back for this one. I almost feel bad. The wrestling gods are not on his side right now. But who wins, folks? Are we getting a Cross W, or is Sammy going to get rid of Cross's attitude and annoyance? But get your votes in. Let me know. As always, that prediction title is on the line. Who you taking? I want to know. And I know a lot of people out there, I'm going to put nobody as an option for this one because maybe it ends in some type of schmoz. But I like Karrion Kross for Sammy. Everyone knows I'm a big Sammy fan. I like to hype Sammy up quite a bit. However, tonight is not his night. This man coming out with Scarlett right now. And yeah, we go back to the old vibe. Scarlett walking ahead. I love this. Let's go. Keith Sweat for the win. Let's go. Watch Cross is going to have a surprise for Sammy. I hope so, big dog. But again, if I got one wish going into this match here right now, is I really hope that this is just a fucking great match. I really want this to be a match. I want a match that the fans are into, a match that delivers, and I want to see both these guys still kind of. Sammy. We need Cross to kind of come into his own here, and we saw him sitting on the sidelines quite a bit. The fan base has got behind him. We want this to go well. Nick, bring your ass back. We are not watching this without you. Nicky. I got Cross for the win. He's got at least another 6 minutes in build for this match. So no rush. It's been a long while, but finally Karrion Kross gets a match. Yes, and on a pay-per-view. Again, it's good for him. And I think Sammy, if you're trying to launch Kross, Sammy is a good guy to do it against. Cross fans, let's go. Who doesn't love Scarlett? I mean, what can you really say? How could you not? How could you not? Oh, Cross visits you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Cross for the win. 2-0. Let's go. KJ, if Cross loses, plan to finish Knox yourself because, Night of Champs by yourself because Nick will be gone. If Cross loses, I'm going to have some questions. Undeniably, I'm going to have some questions. So, Jules, yeah, I don't think Nick is going to be very well if this does not go Cross's way. I don't think there's a good way. Distraction, cheating. I don't think there's any good way to have Cross lose here today. But Sami Zayn on his way to the ring, and the crowd goes wild. Oh, it bangs. Yeah, absolutely. The entrance is outstanding. It's great visually, good music. And here's Sammy. Killer entrance. Sammy for the win. I like it, noob. Bold. If the NHL asks you to announce the draft pick for the Maple, 100%. Let's go, Christian. Let's go. I'm there. Any team. I don't care who it is. I'll announce the draft pick for the Wheeling Nailers. Yeah, that was a real team. But yeah, I don't care. I'm down. Any chance for me to have a microphone is always a good thing. Is that back bump criticism on Cross a real thing? Yes and no. I mean, I think because you got to remember, Jose, he was so dominant in NXT, and then he hasn't done much on the main roster that we haven't seen too many. Tonight's going to speak volumes against that, though, I think. Please let Cross. Yeah, Taylor, let's go. Think about it. When's the last time Cross had a match on a PLE? Do you really think he's going to lose? No. The first one he's had in a hot minute? No. Hashtag not sponsored. Let's go. Romanowski. Time to push Cross. Facts. Scarlett is showing too much. No. Careful. It's all right. Sammy's covering him. It's about balance. Push Cross. Absolutely. A lot of people feeling the Cross vibe. Cross has to look strong or he's basically released at this point. Yeah, I mean, at minimum, he has to look strong. If somehow Sammy steals a win here, fine. But I don't think so. He has to look like he matters. I want him to be that guy that was tapping everybody out, taking guys down like Samoa Joe, Ciampa, like didn't mess around with anybody. That's the guy we need here. You actually like this ska? Yeah, I do like some ska. I do. I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind. It's catchy and fluffy, but I do, give me some Sublime any day. Sammy's over as fuck. Over as all hell. Cross is the theme song. Bangs, absolutely love the theme. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last call on your predictions. Close them up. I'm closing them up. So make sure you get in there. Are you taking Cross or Sammy? As the bell has gone, the crowd is loud, and we are ready to roll. Don't forget, if you haven't done so, like, share, subscribe. Take this link, share it with everybody you know. Anywhere you talk wrestling, let them know we are live, as we appreciate it. I'm sitting at 191 likes on this stream tonight. 61% of the chat is taking Cross. Sammy getting 35. Nobody getting 4. So very interesting. But Sammy and Cross tied up in the corner. Sammy, but good showing from Cross. Okay. Sammy for the win. Cross is losing this match. Here's my question for those who think that Cross could lose. What is this the end of the road for Cross then? Or is there some hope that losing to Sammy just makes Cross go even more crazy? Sammy is blending in well. Yeah, absolutely. The crowd, 100%. Yeah, they love him in Saudi. He was in the Middle East ties. Yeah, he definitely does. His family from the Middle East, and there was a time where it wasn't the safest decision to go over to the Middle East for Sammy or go to Saudi. Things have changed. And as you see with, we've talked a lot about Punk, but Sammy was one of those guys that would never go or couldn't go for personal reasons. And now here he is 2 years in a row, and they love him. Cross will either reveal a new partner or a new faction. I'm not okay with that. Cross for the win. Sammy is a native hero, exactly, in a way. If you can't have a good match with Zayn, that's a good point, right? That's why I like him getting booked up against Sammy, because Sammy's going to bring it out of him. Sammy throwing forearms. Cross not win. To be honest, if Cross loses, I'm burning. The big fight feel. I agree with you, buddy. And I like it that it's a mid-card, technically, like a non-title, two guys that need to be relevant that are here now on a pay-per-view as Sammy does the flip back and the crowd goes wild. Cross not happy. But yeah, it's got a big fight feel. Dude, if I get, I'll lose my mind, bro. I'm waiting for this moment, Spaz. I'm truly waiting for it. As Scarlett offering some advice to Cross. There you go. The mighty, mighty Boss Tones were one of my... the Boss Tones are good, man. Let's go. We got to love the Boss Tones. Yeah. Lunch break for you. Oh, there you go. Vincent Dutch. I want that one for sure. Sami Zayn with this no match hour. Austin, welcome, Austin. Not positive what I think we need a correction on that one. Well, they need to learn to unlove. Oh, you stop it. You stop it. You and your Goldberg fandom. But yeah, Cross all over Sammy right now. Again, taking the crowd out of it, being methodical, slowing shit down. Huge suplex on Sammy. Let's go. What did Jose? Could Cross be the newest member? No, I don't think so. I think if Cross isn't leading something, he can't be just a guy in something. He's better off alone. But Sammy off the ropes, big back elbow. As Cross continues to pick apart Zayn. This should be Dom versus AJ. Now, Dom versus AJ, for those who don't know, was slated for this show. Dom is injured. Liv is injured. McIntyre's nursing an injury. So, again, the bumps are real, folks. And Dom and AJ has been postponed. And truthfully, I want AJ Styles to get the Intercontinental title. I want AJ Styles to be the IC title holder. And I really think you have a chance to kind of make it a very strong work rate kind of title. AJ with some really good matchups. Even AJ and a guy like Cross going after him for the belt. There's options there. Dom had his moment. Dom's been fun. Dom, one of the most random babyface turns in the history of WrestleMania. But I'm over it at this point. If Sammy had 0 haters, MDB has probably see Cross directly on his back. Okay. As we got Sammy hung in the Tree of Woe spot, Cross talking shit, Scarlett laughing, and we go for a methodical pin. Sammy gets kicked out fairly easy. Goldberg is a national treasure. So is Sammy. I hope Gunther destroys Oldberg. I mean, if he doesn't, I'm going to be very disappointed. Cross and Drew would be a good rivalry. Yeah, there's potential there. My eyes are injured from watching. Shut up. Come on, man. Cross Drew would be good. Got that one. Enough with Sammy Heat. Nah, it's all right. You can't take a Goldberg fan seriously. As Cross is just mounted Sammy, but Sammy fighting from the bottom, throwing punches. I like it. Let's go. Big knee to the gut, though. Cross continues to cut off the babyface. Up and over by Sammy. Big clothesline. Cross is down. Oh, Wobbles into the corner. You don't want to be there. Sammy following up, throwing bombs. Yes, Dom's injured. Yes, at the moment. I don't know the magnitude or the seriousness of the injury. I think it's arm or shoulder related. So yeah, we'll see. Let's go. Let's go. Goldberg sucks. Well, depends who you ask. No, Grumpy Dom can go far away. Never return. Dom's been all right, Cherokee. Well, how you doing? Need a haluva. Let's go. Sammy going to the top. It's funny. I don't know if people out there in other countries have what they call hell of a dip, which is like a chip dip, hell of a dip. I call it haluva because of Sammy. The haluva dip. Speaking of the haluva dip,
or at least definitely a dip. But yes,
you dip, I dip, we dip.
Very much can confirm it. It's got the old. He looks like the guy from Courage the Cowardly Dog, Eustace, on there on the packaging and everything like that.
Okay. Let's go.
Well, and I had to make sure that I was here for Karrion Kross's match and everything. How very apropos that the guy with the chapeau, takes a pause on the show when Karrion Kross shows up of all times.
That's it. The chat was calling for you. They knew you were hyped for this one. Nobody wanted to. I think they're either hoping to celebrate with you or looking forward to your potential meltdown.
Yeah, both could happen. Both could happen. Am I the only one that now seeing this secretly wants Karrion Kross Mike Santana match?
Interesting. Very interesting. I hadn't even considered that.
I mean, similar size, similar look, similar stature. WWE very interested. And again, like you said, though, I just hope that this isn't, we're all happy for Kross. He got his pay-per-view match.
Oh, Blue Thunder Bomb!
Sami Zayn's the only person that could actually win with this besides Seth Rollins.
Right.
And Takeshita. Those are the only three people that can win with the Blue Thunder Bomb. I'm rooting for Nick for Kross. There you go. TJ, yo, I'm here. What up?
What up, TJ? We get the replay. Sammy firing up. Crowd's into it. I know someone said this match was slow, but I do believe AJ, I think it was AJ, it's a bit by design, right? It's that the Kross definitely working heel, definitely slowing things down, taking the crowd out of the energy. So I'm not surprised that they had a bit of a slow build here, but as Sammy gets up now, I expect the pace to quicken. Big suplex.
Yes, you will play it out slowly and then build to a whirling dervish of a finish. I feel, you start off slow. And again, we talked about who's going to work heel here. It would be presumably Kross still, and works that slower pace. I'm going to lock you in a chokehold. I'm going to work over this, shoulder joint and everything. While Sammy's playing the underdog and working underneath.
Mm-hmm.
But you also met. We're about to get exploded into the turnbuckle.
There you go.
Yes,
that looked flat back.
Well, he didn't take the buckle, but he took it back.
Sammy setting him up. Oh, there it is, the choke.
Got the Hachame, the coquina clutch.
Let's go.
And again, I like this. And does Sammy get corrupted? Is this where we finally? Well, that's part of where Kross was laughing of. I got him to finally punch me. I got a reaction out of him. I finally got somebody to jump.
Guys, we've locked in this choke deep. Got the leg lock as well around the body. Sammy's fading.
body triangle with the kata hajime. Is that still the most devastating? The rear naked choke, is that the most devastating submission in pro wrestling?
I think nowadays,
sharpshooter, walls of Jericho, all of that.
I think because it's something that you viably see in other sports, it kind of it resonates the most, right?
Yeah, it's one of those if you can literally lock that in on somebody, right, and it's gonna fucking hurt. Like everyone's tried out, walls of Jericho or sharpshooter on their little brother or something, or been the little brother that got tried out on, and
right, Sammy.
Sammy fighting for the rope.
Get there. Cross holding on.
And just bridges right over it.
Oh, wait a minute. Sammy.
Oh, he's going to fade. Again. He's going to fade right before he can reach the rope.
No way.
As Cross is not gets the rope.
Calls it the cross jacket.
Straight jacket.
Right.
No, there's an actual straight jacket submission. I think it's slightly different than that.
Yeah, it's where you lock the arms. Right. Kate hates Jimmy. What?
Huh? The kata hajime.
Say it. Slaps him. Say it. Slaps him.
Say you're a liar.
Cross with a big clothesline.
Oh.
Wants Sammy to admit he's a liar.
I'm getting worried. The longer this match goes, the more hell of a kick. I said I was getting worried, and we instantly get a surprise Sami Zayn hell of a kick 2. You fuckers, while I was on a break, talked about this, spoke about this, willed this into existence.
You turned on all of us quick.
Just literally one hell of a kick, and literally as I was starting to say, I'm getting worried because this match is going long and Cross is in control and didn't put him away. And then one hell of a kick, and Sami Zayn is your winner.
I am dumbfounded. I am shocked.
There's your push, Cross, I guess. Again, this is now where I stand on business of if you're going to be behind him, now you really got to be behind him. But there's been some people that have said of like Selena Vega got a U.S. title reign. It's like, well, here, shit, damn, just take it. Like that's what people thought with Jey Uso. Is this a take it, mother damn of a push for Karrion Kross? You got your one PLE match. It was a Saudi show, and you take an L.
I don't know what to tell you. It feels like Triple H is that, that person that cuts you off at third base, if you know what I'm saying. Like, we're running home.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now.
But Sami Zayn, I mean, if you're a Sami Zayn fan or you're watching Sammy's story, that's a huge win. What does this mean for Kross? I don't fucking know. I am at a loss.
My only hope, my only life raft of salvation right now is that we're breaking Kross away from Sammy so he can start something anew. Maybe we get the righteous, all of that, if we had to finally break the tides that bind.
But
I am very much respectfully trying to keep my together right now of Karrion Kross just lost after we'd already been wanting him in the King of the Ring, in the Money in the Bank match and everything, which El Grande Americano took his fucking spot, who's injured again, by the way, in case you didn't know, because Chad Gable's injured, so just so happens they're both injured. But are you kidding me right now of the fact that we finally get this guy in a pay-per-view match? The crowd is behind him, the fucking Saudi crowd, when this guy's clearly supposed to be the heel. He's almost getting a bigger reaction than Sami Zayn. Well, whatever. I was on a pause. Let me have my moment. Just go with it. Right, no, but this guy, literally the fan movement sat there and sold his merch in the store. Is this becoming WWE's modus operandi of we allow the fans to believe they have a say when they really don't? We believe that we had a say with R-Truth coming back, and then he got kicked in the balls and lost to John Cena to set up CM Punk versus John Cena and cut up the pipe bomb and everything. We believe that we got Karrion Kross pushed into a prominent spotlight finally, finally, and everything. Well, even he's on a pay-per-view. It's even that's the point we had been beaten down to. Of we finally got him into this position, and still he takes an L there.
Yeah.
What needs to be done? What needs to happen? What does he need to show anymore?
Good question. As we get a replay of Los Garza winning the AAA tag titles and Legado in the house.
Right.
Listen, man. I listen. I can't defend it. I don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Unless this is like, thank you for your service, Cross. You and Scarlett can see yourselves out. I don't know how you make us believe in a guy that we never see, and when we do see, loses. It was a good match. The match was well. Cross worked the match really well. Took the crowd out of it. Worked Sammy down. Sammy with a surprise kick and a win.
Who to you needed that match more? Who to you needed that match more?
I would argue that Cross needed that match more.
Right.
Now, if somehow, some way they're seeing like this whole arc of Sammy will be champion one day and he needs to beat Cross by their standards to move on to the next step to go after a world title. Oh shit, 2020 Rumble?
They're advertising the Rumble in Riyadh, so we have that as an announcement. January
Riyadh Rumble.
Yeah, the Rumble in Riyadh. My only hope is much like what I thought with Rhea and Raquel is now we're splitting away. Now we're undoing the ties that bind. We're moving away from Cross, can move on to something else instead of constantly dealing with Sammy, and Sammy can be a thorn in Seth Rollins' side, what have you. We're ending this feud. I still think you could have maybe across one, you're continuing it, but yeah.
All right, the next match is on the docket, folks. Your prediction prompt is up. Jacob versus Solo. Who leaves Riyadh as U.S. title holder?
As we still got this match, we got Asuka and Jade, and then we got the main event of Punk and Cena.
Yeah, we're making quick time in this job.
Right.
I'm going to put nobody as an option here. Actually,
that could be an option. Well, I mean, if a Hikuleo, if a Tongan shows up or anything. Well, Hikuleo is technically a Tongan too, but yeah.
So we'll put nobody as an option for this one. If this just gets all right thrown out of some kind of brawl, we will see lots of intrigue going into this one. Again, people expecting more Samoans, but we're off and running. I mean, so far so good. But Sammy beating Cross will polarize the audience.
Yes. Well, online, yes, for sure. As Jacob, Solo, nobody, Jacob, Solo for the win, Jacob for the win, Jacob. Sammy wins Royal Rumble in 2026. Ooh.
In Saudi? It's a good shout.
Oh boy, you can't follow up on that with me right after what I just witnessed.
Sammy for world champion. Let's go. He needs his one. We need his moment.
Could he? I think he's the one to topple a Seth. If Seth gets it with the Money in the Bank he's the one that topples the Empire.
Yeah, like Seth. I mean, Sammy, Seth have history, and they play against each other so well, and you know the match is going to be good.
Well, yeah, and in between that, where else does he have it unless it's going to be he literally has it for a minute? Like, could it literally be Sami Zayn beats Gunther for a world title and then Seth Rollins cashes in on him and you take every bit of hope out of him? We've everybody's wanted this since it was Roman versus Sammy.
Right now, how do you feel about the idea? Like, I've seen a couple people like say, well, Cross lost but proved he belongs here. Proves he can go. Look at the bumps he took. This wasn't a bad night for Cross.
I call those people, what can I say that's respectful? I'm not going to acknowledge those people because.
So you don't think there's any validity to it?
No, because I don't ever think it was in a fucking question of the fact that he can take bumps or that he belongs in it or anything like that. Like the fact that that's a narrative to me is a narrative that doesn't need to exist because it's already been established. That we've already proven about that whole stupid, what was it, Wade Keller or whatever, that Cultaholic fucking posted of the reason Cross doesn't get a push is because he doesn't take bumps. You can literally go back and watch any match all the way to main event to where he's taking bumps through and through. We saw it even tonight, and I hate that needs to be a fucking a bar to climb over. Like, no, that's a given. This is the same guy that was challenging Adam Cole when Adam Cole was at his best in NXT. So this is a guy that belongs and has just been literally had the wind taken out of his fucking sails more often than not.
Right. Karrion Kross needs to go back to NXT.
Him versus Oba?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, though. It feels like
versus, hey, what do you say?
Right. In the year of Joe Hendry. How wonderful. There you go. We'll find out. Saudi Sammy strikes again. I like it. Too funny. But TKO just doesn't believe in Cross. Again, I don't know. Is this protecting Triple H? Like, TKO is not doing shit with Cross. It's Trips. Like, if we're going to put blame on somebody, I'm putting it on Trips and his creative team.
Oh, yeah, this has to lie on creative, as I've got Solo coming out right now. But this 100%, this lies on creative. We've talked about it at times of slow playing the fans, and we're going to slow drip it to you of, we'll acknowledge you, but we've got a longer game plan here. But now are you taking too long with this, that, or the third, that you're starting to turn fans away to create an internal backlash that you didn't need to do?
It's a good question.
Because there's going to be a discussion very much about Cross and Sami Zayn. However you feel about it.
Oh,
if
yeah.
You're a big Cross supporter, if you're a Sami Zayn supporter, if you open Twitter right now, there's a discussion being had about
for sure. And again, I'm not devastated or really like, oh my God. I'm still kind of curious what this means, but I am shocked. I am surprised that Cross doesn't get this W. Where does Sammy go from here? Where does Cross go from here? I'm completely kind of at a loss and a little curious to see what comes next.
Right. Well, I'm also curious to pivot away from that a bit, but what happens with this match with Solo and Jacob? Solo's very much started to really establish himself a good bit. Jacob is a star waiting to take off. But does Solo have tricks up his sleeve to keep Jacob not exactly under his thumb, but yeah.
Look how fucking amazing this entrance is.
He's a fucking star. He is a guy of when Roman says it's done and decides he wants to go Hollywood, there's your next top Samoan guy.
If anyone was wondering, this is the Samoan Destroyer by Def Rebel.
Oh.
But the entrance is outstanding.
Yes, but the second you mentioned Def Rebel, it like,
yeah. I mean,
well, when you got fucking Solo, that's actually got an actual hip hop artist and everything that actually has lyrics and shit, actually has an artist on his shit.
Right.
But Jacob couldn't get that.
Right.
National Booming out here trying to petition to do entrances and everything. We had CM Punk, the doctor of punkonomics, dropping Kendrick and Drake bars.
Yeah, it's one of the ones that, I mean, it's fair enough, not really hard to do what they're trying to accomplish with this vibe. So the entrance, the look, the feel, even the music on this particular one, not terrible. I mean, it's real strong. And Jacob, like you said, this is a guy that's now got an opportunity, and he seems like he's dialed right in. And this is a guy that's going to be a menace to a lot of champions.
And it's crazy that he's like, I think he's younger than you and I.
Yes,
it's the man looks like he's 45, but you know, it is still a young gun and a stallion out here. And again, pro wrestling, especially WWE, always has a prominent Samoan at some point at the head of their shows, whether it be Dwayne, whether it be Roman, etc. If they don't have one, they're building to the next one. Jacob Fatu is that guy.
Right?
Like Yadi Amin and all of that has taken a stranglehold, I feel, in pro wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So we are underway with Solo already just tossing Jacob from pillar to post.
Wow. Powerful start. Last call on those predictions, folks. Solo wasting no time. It's only 62% Jacob, 31 Solo, 7% nobody. On the prediction show, Nick, I took Solo.
I can't even remember. I can't remember if I took Solo or Jacob. To me, the biggest thing is it comes down to not if, but more when is the interference of, because I assume we're going to get Hikuleo here. That's probably going to be one of your big surprises here tonight.
Right.
So does Hikuleo show up during the match or after the match?
That
does he show up and cost Solo the match?
I think if you want to make a big impact, I would be okay with costing him. I don't mind Jacob chasing Solo. The money's in the chase.
But do you keep going with Jacob here, or does Jacob move towards world title?
You can't really move him towards the world title right now. He's not going to beat Cena. So
the fuck he ain't.
They're not going to do that though, right? Like they're not going to book Jacob versus Cena. Like,
is that the biggest passing of the torch of John Cena passes the torch to Jacob Fatu?
I mean, it would be surprising as hell. I don't see it.
Well, I couldn't get through the whole statement without chuckling.
Right.
So,
Carrying Cross is all Death Riders, Lady B. Lady B saying Cross is all elite.
Cross because he already be over more than Moxley. Gabe Kidd had to fucking struggle with that issue of how can you be there and not be more over than Moxley?
Oh, big flying clothesline. Jacob comes down hard. Shut your ass up. I need a clip of that. That's me to SRS. Shut your ass up.
To me, Jacob Fatu is the Marshawn Lynch of pro wrestling. He's very much that kind of guy that is, I'm just here so I won't get fined, but just is the most intense human fucking being you have ever met.
It's just all gas, no brakes. It's perfect.
Right.
It's right on the money.
Can we get Cena versus Breaker? Maybe.
No.
You might get that.
I don't know. Again, as of right now, Cena can't go against a guy like Breaker because they're both doing the heel thing. So it'd be a hard shout to make it make sense.
Oh my! The Seth thing would be the only way. Jacob goes for the tope and eats an elbow. The cash-in thing would be the only way to me it would make any bit of sense. And that's more. You're an Ani rock bottom on the apron and now on the fucking floor.
100%. Beast mode.
Facts.
Jacob first Breaker. Yeah, I'm in for that.
MDB. Yup, that's some Bay Area folks for you, Nick. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Solo playing to the crowd right now, milking it a little. Jacob on the outside, 10 count happening.
I like how much Solo, though, has still, he is not as prominent as he was when he was dealing with Roman, but how much he's actually developed as a character and has a personality and everything.
Oh, for sure. He's got an attitude. He's comfortable with the mic. It's that confidence that comes through. I have no problem with him. I think more people need to put respect on Solo's name.
Out of the brothers, is he the best on the mic?
I don't know.
Jay's made a last-minute case. Jimmy is a dark horse, but I think Solo has a strong case to be made with that.
It's a tough one because I think all three are pretty good. The only thing I would say with Jacob or Solo is, maybe not, are you this guy long term and does it work long term with the Usos?
Does it work against someone you're not related to?
Yeah, right. Fair enough. Yeah. Does it come off the same way?
Right.
But Jacob Solo into the corner, out of the way though. Oh, face first into the post.
Ooh.
Solo a Triple H guy. Facts.
Mr. Noob, can we get rid of all the part-timers so we can focus on week-to-week storytelling instead of hoping rando old wrestler appears this week?
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about it. I thought
what is rando old wrestler besides Goldberg?
Well, I'm not about Goldberg, John Cena,
John
Roman
Cena's in
Reigns.
the retirement tour.
Yeah, I mean, he would be the exception to this claim for my money. But
Would you say Roman's a part-timer?
He's less than a part-timer. He's a not here timer. What was like? We haven't seen him in 3 months, 2 months.
He's still the star of the fucking company.
He's still a part-timer. I'm talking about how much he works.
So you just get rid of Roman.
I wouldn't get rid of him, but he is rid of. We haven't seen him. I don't have to do shit. He's already not here. Like phone him at home to fire.
The speculation and the thought of him being there.
I guess, but at some point, you can only get like Roman Reigns returns as an exciting thing so many times.
They did it for fucking 2 months on SmackDown. Roman Reigns will make an appearance. Roman Reigns has to say
that's got to dry out. You can't do that forever.
So we got a rear naked
solo holding the chokehold,
right?
Well, I agree. I think that was one of the things I felt like hurt the build to WrestleMania this year was Logan Paul was in and out. Roman was in and out. John Cena was in and out. Punk a little bit was in and out. You need a little bit of the consistency with the booking. You don't want to oversaturate it, but you can't go ahead.
Did that become because of the overextended schedule?
Partly, probably.
That's more of what I would have question of. I get what you're saying of, especially towards the WrestleMania build, of it became a bit start and a bit overextended. Did the schedule being longer than it normally was play into that?
Oh, for sure. And I kind of use that to defend them a little bit. But the same the idea of like Roman shows up and, you know, punches Seth, and then we don't see it for 3 weeks. And then Seth shows up and cuts a promo, but there's no Roman. Like, you know, I think what's been good about Cena and Punk is they've kind of been consistently in the ring week in and week out leading to this match.
Right. As Jacob firing up now, as I like that though from Solo, as he's beating down Jacob, he very much was doing that Roman of, I'm going to talk to you while I whoop your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns.
Jacob no sells.
He's doing the shake. Shake on shake.
Release German.
What is Berlin in the 80s, 70s, 90s?
What if Cody costs Punk the title, sets up a triple threat at SummerSlam? I've seen other people, Greg, and good to see you. We've talked about the potential. I could see maybe a triple threat for, like, you know, kind of keeps it interesting and we don't lose Punk.
Swanton Samoan Bomb. 1, 2, go.
There's been a lot, right?
Too much converging of stories and everything. Of like, I appreciate them as singles matches. So when you just mash them together, it's a law of diminishing returns almost a little bit.
Maybe a little. It'd be very intriguing. Like, Cody's not going to come out and cost Punk tonight anyway, because that means Cody's dug right into a new direction. But I could see where like the stories kind of converge because there's so much. And again, it would be even almost funnier of you have a triple threat with all these big names, and everyone's like, "Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?" And it's Seth. Like, we forget about the
that would be the biggest. You know, if we got a triple threat with that, you would still really question, could at any point somebody walk away with it, and then especially if it's Seth and a cash in, and that's a huge moment unto itself. But
right,
that might be a SummerSlam moment. But how do we get there?
Right, Jacob doing the Macarenas. Oh, here comes Cobber, JC Mateo,
Jeff Cobb.
Oh, hey, we got a hooded man. That's got to be a Tonga.
Tonga.
Oh, yes. Tonga's back.
Tongaloa.
Don't fuck up.
He's been at 4 games, crossroads off a ring post here.
Tongaloa is back. Everyone's favorite human highlight reel.
Yeah, that's the least Tongan I would have expected.
He kicks out.
2 count, 2 count, 2 count.
Jay-Z Mateo.
But out of all the Tongans, that is the least Tongan I would have expected. Is Tonga?
I don't think we're done. I don't think we're done. I think I don't know if we're done. And again, Solo's been a tribal chief without a tribe.
Well, he's built a new tribe. He's been,
But his tribe's been MIA due to injury and potential promotion. It's a Tony Brook. Ducks the thumb. Big kick.
When was the last time you ever said that? Oh, backhand spring.
Last night, bro. Dodge the thumb. Holy shit.
Yo!
He can do that?
The man hits the prettiest moonsault better than almost Tiffany Stratton out here. So this man literally like standing corkscrews over the top rope.
Fatu. Again, I think there's got to be like a big Samoan drop.
He's agile, mobile, fertile, as we see with how many kids he has. Super kick to JC.
Come on, ref, get him out of there. Where's Jimmy? Jacob popping up. This is good match.
But where's the ref not fucking calling a disqualification at any point here?
Well, you can't DQ him because he hasn't been struck by an opponent.
He got struck by the lower.
Yeah, but the ref didn't see that. The ref was on the other side. Another one. There he is. Hickaleo's here, folks. Let's go.
Tongan Diesel shows up. Hikaleo.
Let's go.
Tonga with Tongaloa and Tomatonga.
So the bloodline back together strong.
Choke slam.
And the booze rain down the 7-foot Samoan.
And the table does not buckle.
What?
I said, and the table does not buckle.
Table does not
does not sell a lick.
Solo smiling. Lululemon is here. You suck. We're going to get a new champ, folks. We're going to get a new champ.
One, two, three. Solo Sikoa is your new reigning, defending, undisputed U.S. champion. And now he's got an army of Tongans behind him.
That's it. And again, if you want Solo to be taken serious, he's your new U.S. champion. Tonga Loa's back. Tama Tonga's not far behind. JC Mateo's a beast. And the 7-foot Samoan Hikaleo has joined the crew.
It's interesting with this kind of new bloodline-ish of I'm hoping they don't go Tony D'Angelo with it.
Right.
But yeah, this feels to me very Scar with the Hyenas, Lion King vibe. No king, no king, la 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 la.
Yeah, kind of. I like that analogy, man. That's pretty good.
Well, it's interesting of he's now, before the bloodline was literally all the Anawahi family. Now, the only other Anawahi member left has been exiled. So now this is all Tongans. Where does Ming show up and usurp Solo as the tribal chief? Yeah.
And now he's legitimately, like, for a while, and I know people had expressed this online, that the bloodline storyline, the bloodline 2.0 storyline had kind of dried up a little. God wasn't overly as exciting as it has been. But Tama was hurt. We were waiting for Hikaleo. Lance is still out there somewhere. Jeff Cobb joins the company. Now this looks formidable. This is your new age bloodline that you now believe, especially with Solo having the gold, this is how you neutralize a beast in Jacob. And for anyone that doesn't know, the big, tall, 7-foot guy, Hikaleo.
Say it goddamn right out here. As
he is the little brother of the Thomas.
Oh, trust me, I'm in that situation where I'm big little bro. I have a younger sibling who is taller than I.
Right.
But yes, the Samoan Undertaker. So it's the Tongan bloodline now. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Kind of.
What up? I like this from Lady B. What are the John Sally of Samoans? And correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember whether it's strictly Tongaloa or Tomatonga and Tongaloa that were both adopted, and then Hikaleo is different or whatever, but they're all still brothers. Because I know it's very much like the Shamrocks of that they're all technically adopted, I feel. or some of them are under Haku.
Technically, yeah.
I don't have the records in front of me out here.
The family tree is very interesting. Yeah, so we know they are. Tongaloa is the adopted son.
Okay, so that's what I thought of. Tongaloa is the adopted, so Tamatonga and Hikuleo are blood brothers.
Right.
There we go. Now all we're waiting on is Zilla and Lance.
Zilla,
you got
Lance
Spencer
is an
Fatu, you got Tiny Fatu.
Mm-hmm. Like, I almost expected Lance to be on LFG. Like, we've seen promotional pictures with them. Where's Lance?
Well, you mentioned this earlier. I'm surprised LFG season 2 is a lot of LFG season 1.
Yeah, I was a little. I only got halfway through the first episode, so I can't really speak yet. But I was a little surprised. But Tiffy,
I love this from Wesley. Muscle X-Pac looks ecstatic. Boston, there's another Samoa. Geez, how much longer can they milk this?
Well, yes, they're gonna milk this to the end of fucking time. Trust me. Our grandchildren are gonna be talking about the Samoan dynasty.
As our forefathers were talking about the Samoan dynasty.
Right. Like this Samoan, and it's funny. I know people love to correct. Yes, some of the Samoans are Tongan. The one guy's Polynesian altogether. But they're all close.
We've got the Polynesian principalities is what we've got going on.
That's
right now.
Still the best. I remember you got heat for that, and I was like, that is stellar.
Well, it's fuckers don't know geography. They don't touch grass. We at least touch grass, smoke grass, and know our geography. As Wrestling Proud said, never doubt the dirt sheets. They said he was coming. Sadly, they was right. They said he was coming 2 months too late.
Right.
At least he's there now. And out of the dark match soon, it'll be WWE, the land of the Samoans.
I love this comment, Wrestling Proud. It's the same dirt sheets who are like, there will be a draft in 2025. So when it happens, they're going like, called it, told you. Our sources were very key on us knowing this one. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job. Keep it up. But Queen of the Ring, Nick.
Asuka. Give me Asuka versus Io Sky. Stick it in my veins. Pause.
I'm going to say Jade. I think Jade's the more compelling storyline, and I think that Asuka will go after Io anyway.
Jade versus Tiffany then? Babyface on babyface?
Yeah. And I think there's a potential that Naomi fucks up Jade's plans.
She tried to fuck up Tiffany's plans and everything last. Like that to me, if you were going to go Jade wins tonight, you had a perfect setup, even if Naomi didn't cash in of Nia's your champion. And then you can get Jade versus Nia, run it back. Then Tiffany can, then Naomi can cash in. I don't buy Jade versus Tiffany. I really, really, really want Asuka versus Io. And they've got to pivot now because it was allegedly going to be Liv versus Io at least Evolution, SummerSlam, one of them shows coming up was rumored about.
Yeah, I mean, again, I like the fact that there's enough for us to kind of debate of like, we're kind of standing at multiple possibilities, that fork in the road that, branches off into several directions. Jade could win. Naomi could win the belt before we get to SummerSlam. So you set up Naomi Jade. Belair could be a factor. Same thing with Roxy. We thought maybe she'd help Raquel tonight. I thought Raquel would get the win, but nope. We thought Cross was going to get the win. Nope. Not bad for a predictable pay-per-view, guys.
Yeah, well, Christ, I sat there and bet the house, bet the farm on Karrion Kross is going to win. I would have doubled down tenfold on that. And do I know, apparently. So, yeah, as much as this is supposed to have been predictable, it's been highly unpredictable.
Yeah, now I know the naysayers because you can't win with certain people.
We'll let a naysayer
unpredictable, but it's unpredictably bad. And you're like, come on. But speaking of predictable, I am going to take a break, and I will be right back, sir. Miss you while I'm gone.
Fair enough. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause, is right now I'm in commercial break as we're setting up for the semi-main event here of Asuka versus Jade Cargill. And again, we've been rocking with 100 plus some odd people all day today. Love to see it, especially middle of the afternoon on a Saturday. But be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We just passed the 7.1K mark and everything. We're trying to get to the 10K, monolith and everything. That's when me and KJ get tattoos of the channel logo and everything out there. And there will be video of it, but 100%. We're just starting to take over this wrestling scene, folks. Be a friend, tell a friend. Spread the good gospel of wrestling out there. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. And we've seen it already tonight of people hating on what we do because they envious and all of that. But yes, as we got the crown at ringside. Does anyone over under tonight? I know we normally had Curtis out here with the commercials and everything, but over under tonight, where you already got 1-to-1 odds of if it don't happen in this match, it ain't happening at all. But does anyone actually wear the crown tonight? That's the thing, is I almost feel like if Asuka wins it, she might still actually wear the crown, but especially if Jade wins it, she's wearing the crown. But I got Asuka coming out right now. Jade for the win. Hope you guys make a lot of money from this channel. Well, thank you, Nedman. But that's not ultimately the goal. Ultimately the goal is literally, again, the family, the community that we've built of. I can't speak for KJ or Anthony just because I ain't them. I spent enough time with them, but I ain't them. There is still 100% to where I look forward to doing this, to talking to everybody of, again, we'll actively look for names in the chat of, I missed you, buddy. Been a minute. Oh, hi, you're a new name. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? All that. No, this is the fun part. And ultimately, yes, the goal is to make this into the thing to where we can do this all the time and all of that. Go all full McAfee show and have a compound, etc. But yeah, that is not the main purpose. I will say that is. God damn, Asuka, how you doing? Oh, the things I would do. But anyways, I digress. I don't like that checkered graphic. Why? You're not a fan of chess? More checkers guy? I see. Kyle, Jade for the win. I think she'll wear the crown. There you go. Double up. Smash that like button. Absolutely. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's blow this thing to the fucking moon out here. Again, just had the interview with PCO. Tomorrow, we've got the men's mental health stream. We're having an open discussion, and especially anybody who's been here for a minute knows that that's one of our core values and everything is mental health, and especially personal to KJ and I. And then back at it like a jackrabbit straight through Monday Night Raw. And again, still got some things, still playing some things up to the sleeves and everything, big things popping, little things stopping, up to something season never sleeps. 200 likes. Let's do it. Let's see if we can match likes for congruent viewerships. As I got getting Storm. The Storm is here. Kid Marvel, if you need to cast somebody for Doomsday or anything like that to play Storm, I might know somebody. You don't need to call Halle Berry or anything. She's lost on that shit. I might know somebody who can play that, who can be your Drax the Destroyer, but just Storm. She probably delivers the lines just the same as Halle Berry anyways. Shucky ducky, quack, quack. Yeah. Let's get 250 likes. Well, let's also get 250 congruent viewers. So again, be a friend, tell a friend as we're popping off. Let's see if we can get 250 subscribers just today, or become a member, drop a super chat. We got all the bits and bobbles and all the gizmos and gadgets for you out there. Yeah. Jade Cargill is a fucking star. Is she, and this is still a question I have. Is she a star that even if she has an average, a mediocre, and at best an above average wrestling career, that she could still transition into something else? Like I was literally pitching her. She could, Channing Tatum as Gambit and, Jade Cargill as Storm. Sign me up for that fucking movie here. Could she pivot that way of still have enough of a connective tissue to wrestling without having to be, oh, I was the best wrestler of all time, but we got ding ding underway. I will close it unless the voice beyond has beat me to it or whatever, but I will do it right now. Oh, can the voice beyond beat me again? I'm trying to run from my demons, but my demons keep catching up with me. But we got Asuka versus Jade right now. Storm versus the Stormbreaker. Let me know who you're taking, folks. Yes, predictions closed. Predictions closed. Besides the contacts, I have no notes. Huh? Oh my God, I can see above Jade's waist. Calling the morality police. Oh, I missed the whole Scarlet attire controversy. You know, apparently we can't have chesticles out here shooting about in Saudi Arabia. John Steve point out Storm X-Men. Absolutely. And there is still a part of any wrestling fan in some aspect is a nerd. Jade is winning. That's championship gear. Yeah, I would believe that if she was fighting for a championship. She's fighting for a championship shot, my guy. And again, is she a starlet that would do? I just noticed in the contacts now, she's got the Roman Reigns, White Walker eyes. But is she a star that she doesn't have to have the best wrestling career, but she'll be forever tied to wrestling? Like, is she the reverse Logan Paul of she got into wrestling and became a star versus was a star and became into wrestling? Asuka in control right now, working down the legs of Jade. Cal, what up? Jade cosplaying a Storm. Yeah, trust me, my guy. I get it. She can storm cloud over me any day. But that's where I wonder is she more of a star beyond wrestling? Like, is she Hollywood ready more than she's in-ring ready? How is Jade fully covered yet? I'm fully... I should have read that before. But MDB, yes. No. A storm is a brewing. But I also... You got to put respect on Asuka's name out here. Just came back after a year layoff and all of that, and hasn't missed a beat, hasn't missed a giddy up anything at all. And her versus Io, her versus Kyrie Love, the implosion of the Kabuki Warriors of the Sky Pirates is super interesting to me. Of the damage control, we need damage control for damage control, as we got a knee bar. But Asuka's always been one of the GOATs, and she's already a Grand Slam champion. So do you add her as Queen of the Ring already to the fold? And Kyle, I'm clicking on you because I think I know where you might be going. Nick, with Julia winning the U.S. title, do you think Stephanie goes after the Women's IC Championship or the World title first? Okay, I didn't think you were going there. I would say IC belt. That would make the most sense. I thought you were almost going to go even an Asuka Julia. Like, we're going to get Joshi wrestling that everybody liked in AEW. Well, some people liked, I kind of liked, of just good Joshi wrestling of, not everyone weighs 110 pounds. They actually look like they could fight each other. Crowd is quiet. Yeah, well, is this a bit of the buffer between everything? Spinebuster and Cena versus Punk. We're saving all our energy for Cena versus Punk. It's definitely the knee pipes. Don't ever put Logan Paul and Jade Cargill in the same sentence again, Nick. Shakes it. I apologize, but no, I think it could be the reverse effect of, like, I could see Jade in a Marvel movie more than I could see her in a WrestleMania main event. Am I wrong for saying that? You let me know. But that's how I kind of feel. This is definitely the palate cleanser. Yeah, this is, and I mean, my palate has been cleansed, I will say, with Asuka and Storm Jade Cargill. Yeah, I am fully involved. I don't think Julia and Asuka, I do think Julia and Asuka is going to cook for sure. Absolutely. Well, I think we might move towards a scene of Joshi wrestling and, actually top talent in Joshi wrestling versus indie Joshi wrestling, but I digress. That's gold plastic, but I feel a premonition that girl's going to make me fall. Fair enough. It's quite the palette, though. Absolutely. We've got an array of colors here. Nick again planning on supporting Jake Paul during his fight versus no. Why are you trying to say that I'm going to do that? No, I am not. No. Actually, I'm halfway. I forgot that Crawford versus Canelo is this weekend, and there's also a UFC fight. No, I'm rather watch them than the Paul brothers actually pretend to fight. The Paul brothers boxing matches is more pro wrestling than the Paul brothers involved in pro wrestling. I stand on that statement. And John still sucks. Getting big statement there. Well, no, not a big statement. Getting code breaker. Spinning heel kick by Asuka. She's going up to the top rope. That would be Jay Yeet and Big Jim and Roman and Jacob and Zilla as a team versus Solo. Team Cody versus Cena. Team of Survivor Series. My hot take. Fair enough. I know. Maybe that's the thing. We'll see. Is it Canelo and Crawford in September? I didn't know. Everyone was talking about it last night of asking opinions. It's July 19th, so we're still. They don't even know when it's happening. So how am I supposed to know? Oh, 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh yeah, man, dig it. Yeah, so I guess we're scheduling out post-show viewings and everything. But yes, what should be your post-show viewings is our interview with PCO and also Anthony's, TNA breakdown and his whole recap and review here. Jade picking up Asuka power bomb. 1, 2, dos amigos. Sit up power bomb for a 2 count. Ryan saying, gotcha. Drops in 2 greatest King of the Ring winners of all time who changed the entire WWE industry forever. 1, 1996, Stone Cold Steve Austin. 2, 2002, Brock Lesnar. What about King Booker? We don't like King Booker? As we got a armbar from Asuka onto Jade. Wrench it through. Christian already got you with that. Yeah, no. I can't wait for another New Day versus Usos match where the Usos reunite. We'll see. Pump cake. Pump cake from Jade on Asuka. Oh, glam slam. Oh, Asuka rolls through. Katahachame. Asuka lock. Again, it's pretty much the Katahachame. It's that with just an arm lock. You actually, as Jade rolls through 1, 2, 2 go. Yeah, the Asuka lock's actually just a shittier chokehold because you're just chicken winging it. But Asuka fired up right now, big super kick. This has been the most Asuka's been in control of this match, and her firing up right now. Oh, gets caught up in the Buddha slam. Glam slam. No, don't do this to me twice. 1, 2. Jade Cargill is your queen of the ring. Again, for a predictable show. Woo! I have stuck to my tradition of being predictably wrong.
Woo! The future of the WWE's women's division. It just gets a W. She is your queen. She's got a title shot. Big win by Jade. The storm is upon us, Nick.
Yeah, but so does she face Tiffany and then that's where the cash in is? There's I thought that they were going to hold off until Bianca's more available, and you didn't need that. I know that's been the discussion at times today of you don't need to go this way to get there. I think you could have gotten. I think you're much better getting that way with Asuka versus Io with this.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
You have a bigger story with Jade and Naomi and Bianca and Tiff.
But it doesn't need this.
Yes, again, Asuka doesn't need a win here to get a title shot. Actually, Asuka's more deserving than Jade, to be honest. So I think Jade needed it more than Asuka.
Does it prove if you return and don't move? It don't mean. Does she wear the crown? She might.
and Queen Jade. I mean, I like it. Plus, you kind of, for me, you still have, she is the new queen. She is the one that comes after Charlotte, and she is emotional.
Well, she's out here storm breaking. The rains fall down in Africa. But yes, I will be right back, sir, as we got Storm being a queen.
There you go. There you go. Nick's so disappointed in the outcome. He is stepping away to gather his thoughts. Move number 2 on the Jericho list, armbar. Jade cutting an emotional. Don't let them tell you who you are. You show them who you are. And she going for the title at SummerSlam. Again, a nice babyface, inspirational little shout from the new queen. And again, it means something to her, or she's a hell of an actress. Oh, hell, Queen Jade. I called it. I'm happy with this. I heard Nick a little bit while I was on my pause. The idea that perhaps Jade is more Hollywood than wrestler. This is the future of your women's division. Like, she is the Charlotte Flair. A few years from now, we will be saying Jade Hogan. We're so sick of Jade Hogan. She gets better and better. And for my money, I feel like she's been very protected by the WWE. The only way to find out if she can truly be the star that she looks to be is by throwing her in the deep end, by getting her in the water. She has to sink or swim. Keep putting her in tag teams or put her in mid to lower card stuff just to keep her safe. That doesn't advance her. She has to, find her way. And she wasn't one of those athletes that thought about wrestling all the time growing up and, that kind of vibe. So she's taken a little bit longer to kind of come into fully being solid in the ring, but she is your queen. She is going after the title. And I believe that the better story between the two was Jade. Naomi's on fire right now. So Naomi, an enemy of Jade, their rivalry continues. And now Naomi gets to hold that briefcase over Jade's head for the next few weeks. That to me makes a lot of sense. I know people are going to be bummed out about Asuka, but again, I think we're overlooking the fact that Jade just beat Asuka. Asuka, one of the biggest badasses we've ever seen in the women's division, just got beat by Jade. So yeah, I think ultimately there's always going to kind of be haters out there or people that don't love every decision. For my money, it made the most sense, and that's what the conclusion we got to. We'll see where it goes, but I still think that Bianca is going to be a factor in all of it. So this is excellent. But we are getting a reminder from Michael Cole right now as we set up the next match, but the final match of the night, by the way, that this Monday we are going to have a 5:45 p.m. Eastern time start. The show goes live at 6 p.m., folks. So we're going live at 5:45. We usually do 30 minutes prior on a Monday, but due to the early time. So be here live. Click that little bell. Don't miss out. They've seemed to have announced a few things. Sheamus, Rusev. It should be a good show. Should be a good card. And all the fallout we get from Night of Champions here tonight. I will put the next prompt up because I figure we know what it is, and we'll let you get your voting in early. But who wins? As now they're getting the Goldberg, the final match, says Michael Cole. Goldberg's final match against Gunther. So even if he wins, maybe he's gone. That's wonderful. And I will ask you, how are we feeling now? We've had a few days to think about it. Are we excited about Gunther and Goldberg at Saturday Night Main Event? Are you pumped? Are you ready to go for it? How do you feel? But for those who don't know, all we got left, Punk, Cena, world title on the line. And this one is going to be good. I'm also going to throw up a poll. 65% of you did pick Jade. Forgot to take that one down. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hollywood lights on. This is going to be theatrical, folks. And as long as there's no Travis Scott, we should be pretty okay. And here we go with the yin and yang promo again. I will put nobody just to see what you guys come up with on this one. We will see, but we'll remind you as we're getting the hype package for the main event. Go check out our PCO interview. Love doing it. It was an honor. One of my absolute pleasures of all time doing this channel. It was a really cool moment, and we're happy to bring it to you guys. We got more interviews coming your way, so stay tuned for that. Exciting times here at the channel. Wrestling with Mental Health tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. It will be live, an open discussion about men's mental health. All are welcome. Men, women, wrestling fans, non-wrestling fans, everybody in between, all welcome as we just talk about a topic that I feel gets brushed under the rug sometimes. We're going to be there all day, or well, not all day, 6:30 p.m. on, and we're going to just really open things up, talk about some of the solutions, talk about how we can help ourselves, how we can help others. And again, we are the Wrestling Utopia, trying to bring people together, and we're really looking forward to this one. Already touched on the early Monday Night Raw, as it will be live at 6 p.m. We will be live at 5:45. So strap in, strap on. It's going to be a busy week. We got lots coming up, lots of pay-per-views. And again, we will see how this main event plays out. I guess the last thing I can touch on as I'm rambling away like an advertising machine, next Thursday, the Wing Show returns. We're doing an all-women's wrestling challenge, and it's going to be a fun one. Myself, Nick, and Anthony. If you haven't seen the Wing of the Ring, go check down below. Fun times, trivia questions, hot wings as punishment, and we're looking forward to it. Cena wins because story, but rather Punk win. Yeah, I got Cena. I mean, it's hard to go against Cena. And I really don't believe that. I'm really struggling with the idea of him losing the belt prior to one night left. I think they've set it up that someone has to beat him while he's got 1 foot out the door with the belt. If he loses in the middle of the run, it might kill the run for me. Going with Big Match John. Big Match John. Cena for the win. Cena wins. Cena wins. Cole Cabana helps Cena. Let's go. And Claudio Castagnoli. I think we finally get SmackDown back in 2 hours. Yes, Kyle. Rejoice. As it has been announced that SmackDown will officially be 2 hours. And I'm happy for it. I think we've seen with Raw, like that 2 hours and 30 minutes with kind of a flex. Some weeks, 2 minutes and 32. 2 minutes 32. Or we go all the way over to like a 15-minute overrun. It's been kind of fun with the flex. 2 hours is spot on. It's enough. It might force you to streamline some things. It also might cause some people to be moved down to NXT, be moved off the roster. So be prepared for that. That is a possible reality of the situation. But I think it makes for a better show. I even think on the best of nights, 3 hours just gets a little cumbersome. Hashtag that one. So yeah, that's my take on that. As we are about to get the entrances. Crowd chant CM Punk. What's your thoughts on Rusev versus Sheamus? Should be fun. Two big boys, lots of history. Let them bang it out. And again, another one of those kind of fun mid-card matches that, you know, no title involved, just two guys that want to fight. And you need more of that. I like it, so let them have at it. But here comes CM Punk. Did anybody out there want Punk to come out in his Punkonomics look? Cena wins. I got that one. All hail Queen Jade. Tiffany Stratton is the WWE Women's Champion. Naomi is Miss Money in the Bank. Now Jade is Queen. All the pieces are in place for SummerSlam. Ronan, I couldn't have said it better myself, my friend. Totally agree. Punk takes a look out to the crowd. Crowd singing word for word. Except Sean. False crap. Your invite is lost in the mail. Not invited. Rescinded. Tammy. Because pre-taping SmackDown on Monday after Raw. Facts. So I questioned that myself. But yeah, so July 4th, I believe, is Friday. So yeah, they're doing a pre-record. So again, the big bad corporate company still finding ways to give guys and girls, you know, holidays off. being more catering to the athletes, which is good to see. Possible Cena gets so flustered, he just walks away. Does he do one of those? Does he do, kind of what he did to R-Truth? Like the match goes on, Cena can't get the pin, gets fed up and uses the belt, or a low blow, DQ, match over, but the door's still open for one more time. Men's mental health. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna open the door, Mega. We're gonna open the door. We want Travis to stop that. Nobody does. Let's go. Come on. Killing me, Scott. Hope you're doing well, sir. John for the win. Speaking for the win.
Fiend. No, look in my eyes. What do you see? A punk with personality.
This coming Monday is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for Raw. Yes, it is. Home of the Penguins.
Well, do you think that that's where we get Pat back? It's in Pittsburgh. He's a Yinzer guy by description himself.
The debut of Britt Baker. Let's go. You heard it here first.
You're trusting Coachman? You're trusting Coachman? Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy.
I didn't even know Coachman said it. I don't follow
Coachman
that guy.
was the one who started that whole rumor. Last time he was on a 5-year deal. She's still got like years on that deal.
Punk sits down in the middle of the ring, crisscross applesauce, and the crowd is going bananas sandwich.
Well, this has got to be a moment because the man had to apologize. The man's had to address a lot of going back on projected morals and everything like that to be here. And we thought he was going to get booed out the building and they're chanting his name.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And listen, I know there's a lot of debate and discussion about these shows. But if these shows are going to have surprises like this, if these shows are going to have this kind of energy, it's hard to complain about them doing shows here.
Fair enough. I got Cena coming out as I really want to see what those Punk signs say. There's a sea of them. What was it? In Pittsburgh, we get Corey on commentary. Well, Corey's also a Pittsburgh guy.
Right.
Maybe you can answer this if Jose says, I never understood what Penguins have to do with Pittsburgh.
I don't either. And I mean, there's a classic, I can't even remember his name, but there was a classic like made for TV movie. And it was an old player. And one of the things when he got cut from the team, no, it's an old guy going back, a tough guy, but he threw a temper tantrum and made fun of like a penguin. Wah, wah, wah. They can't even fly. What is this shit? Like he just lost it on the shit jersey and the logo. I mean, I don't know if someone from the chat is from Pittsburgh. There are a lot of Penguins in Pittsburgh.
It's an alliteration at best, is what it really is.
It's a great one.
Has John Cena out here? How many? The last time is now Riyadh. Towels did he sell?
A lot, a fucking ton. We built an igloo in our city. That's facts. You guys were definitely running the igloo for a long time, my friend.
Wasn't that the arena?
Yeah. That's where that.
Yeah, I know things. I'm not a stupid American.
That, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the arena for Sudden Death, the Van Damme hockey thriller.
Oh, might be. As we got John Cena dropping the last time is now towel. I do really like this of its USC entrance style of it's all a blackout.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of like when John Jones recently retired came out, or even when Spider came out.
Yeah.
It's dark and hell is hot. Ain't no sunshine when he gone.
Who is it that comes out to the intro? Somebody comes out to I'll think of it, but
I was gonna say there's got Whiteman. I won't back down. No, I won't back down. Well, you got Connor, Connor.
I always like Forrest coming up to shipping up to Boston.
John Connor's entrance with Sinead O'Connor that switches into Biggie or switches to I get money. Was the best. I've been there live for that twice.
That's crazy. Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh's favorite son, might be saying goodbye to Pittsburgh in the next 24 hours. So stay tuned for that, as Crosby might be an Avalanche if rumors are true.
Really? Colorado.
Imagine putting
Road, take me
Crosby and
home.
McKinnon together for a year or two. Woo!
Yo, that's a dangerous alliance.
The Nova Scotians taking over.
Malkin, though. Malkin to me is always such an underrated guy when it comes to the Penguins. Him and Letang were two of my favorites.
Yeah, and he did a lot of heavy lifting for the times where Sydney was dealing with injury, especially head injuries. Malkin proved he is that guy. Like, he could, get on my back, boys. We're gonna go. But we are getting the introductions, folks. Sorry, Nick. But Punk staring down Cena.
Oh, he's got the fucking varsity jacket, so I wonder what's underneath it.
Right. 70% of the chat taking Cena, 25 taking Punk, 5 going nobody. So
straight bare chest. Sorry.
Yeah, just wanted to wear the jacket. Maybe it's chilly in Riyadh tonight.
Right. Sorry, you were saying
the Bills are named after Wild Bill.
Hiccup?
As the champion backs up to the camera, the greatest of all time.
Is it factual? Is it factual?
I mean, by the standards of being like the best sports entertainer of all time, yes, probably. Right? Like
I could make a case he's the best pro. This will be the court of who's the greatest pro wrestler of all time, Ric Flair or John Cena.
Yeah, we got a window on our latest schedule that I'm like, we need to do an original content in this window. So that might be it.
Who is the GOAT? Who is the GOAT?
The GOAT.
Because I think very much John Cena cemented his legacy.
You have to say 17 titles, multiple other titles, things like I think a little underrated is like the John Cena Open, which introduced us to guys like Kevin Owens. I mean, it's so hard to argue. Was he my favorite wrestler? No, but you can't deny what he accomplished. But the crowd is going apeshit right now, Nick.
Absolutely. To me, John Cena is if you took Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan and got the best out of them, that's John Cena.
Yeah. I think so in a lot of ways. And I mean, Austin's run wasn't super long. The Rock's run wasn't super, super long. So you really have this guy that, 20 years solid for the most part. So the crowd, I'm going to close up the predictions. Sorry, folks. But this is crazy right now. The energy.
As they even point out what Steve Money brought up earlier, of this is their 15th match. They're 6-6 on a record. They've got a tie. They've got a draw. Like, this is as split can get.
Is this the loudest crowd of 2025 of any sports show we watched? This moment right here?
Any pro wrestling, I will say yes.
Like they are.
I don't know if the Super Bowl counts in that 2025.
Right? Ole. Why? I don't know why.
You're a Canadian. You got a chant. It's in your name. It's in your name.
That chant actually, like, just it almost triggers a gag reflex because it's infamous with the Montreal Canadiens fans. They are like amazing fans. Like all the shade that I have towards the rivalry, those fans are some of the best sports fans in the entire fucking
North America. Yo, look at this fucking crowd as they pan out. We talked about SmackDown, sold out 26,000, and they are packed into this fucking dome right now.
Right.
This is
they're losing it.
Well, this is what you said of it's just been collar and elbow tie-ups right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're stalling and we're getting reactions. But this is what you want with a crowd. Again, I've said it before. I'm out here. We need this merch. Make American wrestling crowds great again.
Okay. Austin, welcome. WWE John Cena is the best world champion, best in of world champion wrestling. Yes, again, the best, maybe the GOAT for some. And thank you for being here, Austin. Nick, is it one of these moments where it's just such a good crowd? The energy's good. This is two of the biggest names in wrestling over the last 2 decades. If you can put all the other bullshit aside and all the other seeing behind the curtain of all the other nuances, if you could just sit back as a wrestling fan, is this not a pretty fucking cool moment?
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I also really like, and Tony Khan and WWE take notes, this is the middle of a Saturday afternoon. of this is Saturday cartoon slot.
Right.
So I'm fine with watching some wrestling and some serious graps in the middle of a weekend afternoon and everything. But yeah, again, to me, you sold me down a river so much that nothing will suffice if we don't capitalize on the most of this moment. But I think that speaks to how big this moment is that I wish it could be bigger.
I think it's huge though. And I get it. Like if it's a SummerSlam in Jersey, if it's a WrestleMania, I get you. I do. I can agree that that's maybe a little bit unfortunate. Though I'm kind of just vibing with this moment here now and what it feels like.
Yeah, but this has been very much like you said, a moment. This has been similar to your I dare say your Rock Hogan type of vibes, because this has just been nothing but collar and elbow tie-ups, wrist locks, and all of that. There's been no real wrestling that's happened. But it is literally take a bump and then pause for the crowd reaction.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, Nick, because I was sitting here thinking as I'm watching this, I wish some of the younger wrestlers and the newer generation coming up realize like you can get a really big crowd reaction with a headlock, with a lockup, with an arm drag. Like this idea that we've kind of got away from things like a collar and elbow tie-up. I think there's a place for that kind of battle, and look at the reaction without going through.
You have to build to that moment. You can't just go out there and pluck a guitar string. Again, this crowd,
fuck.
Like I'm waiting for where's the fucking amphitheater? Where's the seismograph out here for all of this?
I think this is the best crowd of 2025 of any wrestling show we've covered.
Well, they're definitely going to be winning a midlife fee, for life fee, not a whore life fee. That's 3 initials. That's a whore life fee. But and I think you have to build to that moment. You can't. Not every band can come out and just strike a chord and you instantly know what song they're about to go into. You have to build to that moment to where I can lock in a collar and elbow and the crowd loses their mind.
Yeah, you got to be really invested in the characters to get that kind of reaction. Right now, again, a lot of punches, a lot of work. Nice suplex by Cena.
Right.
It wasn't quite a fisherman, Michael, but we'll let you have it.
No, that was far from a fisherman. You're going fishing for that fucking
right. Forgot to bait the hook on that one.
But again, this is Punk wrestling to Cena style, and can Punk sell what Cena does and make it matter more? Of Cena can do a scoop slam. Cena's not doing a tope con hilo or anything like that.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, and we are in the main event. John Cena, CM Punk. If you can hear my voice right now, go get all your friends. Let's jam-pack some more people in here as we wind down on this show. But we thank everyone for making us a part of your weekend. And again, this is an insane moment. I think it's super cool. And again, they're just milking the crowd. And this to me is classic pro wrestling. Legit, real pro wrestling.
Punk in the corner.
Tranquilo.
But I think that's what John's relied about a lot with his matches so far, and Punk's the perfect counterpoint for that, of relying on the psychology, relying on fan investment, relying on reaction versus in-ring action.
Yep. But that's the job, right? You want that reaction, but you
can walk that line. Like, let's be honest. If you can still have a better in-ring product, and can still garner the same crowd reaction,
for sure. But I mean, if you have the crowd losing their fucking mind and totally into it, that's your job. That's what the goal is.
Does this match get the same reaction anywhere outside of Saudi Arabia, though?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can't imagine it's. I think if this was in New Jersey at SummerSlam, yeah, I think so. I mean,
Russian leg sweep into a two count. When was the last time you saw a Russian leg sweep into a pinning transition?
Right. Again, I love it. Classic, real pro wrestling.
This is wrestling, folks.
Let's go. Crowd's loud.
But again, this to me, like, they are loud. This is very much a difference of styles. This is not Punk versus Drew. We're playing Cena's game of what Cena can do.
No, but I don't see this being much different than like Drew Punk, like as far as very slow builds, their original match, especially, I mean, keep in mind they had some stipulation matches, but it wasn't balls to the wall. It was methodical. It was Drew milking the crowd. It's classic wrestling storytelling.
This is fucking Lou Thesz would be proud of all the moves that they've hit so far.
Cena throwing punches.
Nick, I know John heel at the moment, but do you see him putting over younger talent? So far, it's only been Cena with Cody, Rainey, and R-Truth so far, and now Punk. No, I think we're getting the greatest hits.
Yeah, it's the checklist. It's who do we say goodbye to on the farewell tour. You're right, the greatest hits. That's why we're getting this now. And we'll see. I mean, the only guy that really gets put over by Cena here is the guy that stops him from leaving with the championship, whoever that is.
But that's the biggest horcrux. That's the biggest question of this whole story of when does it happen? Who does it happen to? Does John go out on his saddle as a heel, or does he turn babyface for a last bit of a run? Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, shoulder barge. Another shoulder barge. We're getting the R-Truth special. Sit out slam. We're getting the 5-knuckle shuffle. Boom, drops it.
I just threw a poll up into the chat, folks. Just getting your 2 cents on who do you think is most likely to take the belt off Cena? Is it a Punk? Is it a Seth? Is it Cody? Is it? Oh, I should have put Roman on the poll.
Roman.
Let me know in the chat if it's
Roman. Roman Reigns. High knee.
Followed up a clothesline. Calling to the
roof
roof.
on the high C.
1, 2, 3, kid. Welcome back, sir. Yeah, I like it. I like what they're doing here.
I will admit, like I said, it's an enjoyable match. It's very much, to me, it's a change of pace of everything else, I feel.
I guess. I mean, I feel like
it's going paying homage to the old school wrestling. If you want to talk about and hype up of that, more wrestling should be able to get over a collar and elbow tie up. This is the match that's doing that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, but we had it earlier tonight. That's the fun part. We get the reversal. John Cena gets out of the go to sleep and locks in the STFU.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's really like an homage or anything. It's just a good, solid wrestling match. And I felt Jacob and Solo was very much like that. I thought the ladies were very much like that. Really taking their time, really being telling the story. Sammy carrying worked Sammy for a long time. I like it. It's real pro wrestling to me.
I thought we were going to move away from that match, but I would say that they were good in different aspects of, like, this to me is the most, I would say, technical, again, of the more old school. Like, again, we're talking about wrist locks and collar and elbow tie-ups.
Attitude adjustment.
1, 2.
Cena carrying the match. Well, that's interesting.
Oh. Prerogative.
Ethan Page beats Cena. Not likely.
Yeah, for what John Cena becomes the NXT North American champion and Ethan Page is your world champion. Fine.
Right. Punk down. Punk struggling.
Victor Avalante. I hope I said that right. What if Cena doesn't lose and leaves with a belt? What if Goldberg, same thing? Back to WrestleMania 4 tournament. We got to establish new world champions.
Right. New tournament. Let's go. Brand new belt.
More likely that someone leaves with a belt. Cena or Goldberg?
Goldberg's not winning.
You don't know.
Goldberg. Cena might not be leaving, which I don't think he is, but Goldberg's definitely not. No fucking way.
I could see where Cena leaves with the belt, and that's how you bring back the Winged Eagle.
Yeah.
We have to start anew. As we got Punk with his own STFU as Cena grabs the rope here. The fact that we're even seeing this match right now is insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go back through the annals of time, pause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I was trying to say. If you just step back and enjoy it, forget all the other noise and static, this is fucking epic. It might not be MJF and Mystico. No, I'm just kidding. I hadn't done that in a while. But Cena's up, hand in the air.
Better match, MJF versus CM Punk or CM Punk versus John Cena?
I'll let you know when this one ends.
Right?
Up, under.
Shoots him off. Hooks it through. Rolling Dervish.
Another AA.
Hey. 1, 2, 2 count.
Deep two.
That was a little whirling dervish of everybody's trying to hit this move of I put you on my shoulders. No, I put you on my shoulders.
There you go.
MJF versus Punk was one of the best feuds I've seen. That was best absolutely.
True. This is awesome chance breakout.
John C. Victor Avalante. Are you trolling us?
Uh-oh.
Well, no, he's the one that said, what if Cena doesn't lose the belt? Like I said, I could see it to where you have it to where Cena leaves as the last real champion and you have to establish a new champion. Now, granted, you fuck off with all of your lineage and history and we're starting new.
Yeah, a little bit. Cena on the top. Punk on the top.
Get like a backpack stunner?
Oh,
Super Avalanche AA.
Super AA coming your way. Punk elbowing his way out.
Oh, we'll shoot some off.
Punk MJ. Oh, it was one of the best.
Crossbody, roll through.
Punk.
Cena's just picked him right up. He's going to press him right up into that. AA.
Another AA.
Third time.
No way.
1, 2, 2 count.
Let's go.
I thought that was done. That's the third time. That's the 3 count.
Right? Get in the chat. Click a button. Hit a flame. Hit a thumbs up. Let's go. I want all 104 of you to say something in that little box to the right. Let's go.
Do it. Flick a main. Click a button. CM Punk will not die.
That's the story we thought we might tell, to the point where John gets frustrated and makes a mistake or just says, fuck it, I'm out. Bye.
There's fire burn. Now, if I see a John Cena low blow, I'm going to be pissed off. That ends the match if he just kicks somebody in the dick again.
I can almost guarantee we're getting a low blow at one point. As John goes for the belt, almost on cue.
Again, the question stands, does John get by on good psychology and good opponents in a match, good storytelling in a match versus good in-ring quality?
The in-ring quality has been great, though. I think both kind of coincide right now. Like
with this one, I'm saying overall.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was times that John had some good matches. Yes, but he put the belt down. Up goes Punk. Punk slides off.
Reverse. Go to sleep.
Do it.
1, 2. Oh.
Do it.
The best thing about this match right now, I will say this, is that at any moment, anytime someone goes for a pin, you can believe it's the last pin.
Yeah. Especially at this point now.
You don't believe that there's a false finish.
Right. Don't say that, Austin. Don't say that. Take it back.
Fiend.
Yeah. All of that stuff equals good in-ring quality, Nick. So yeah, I think I kind of get the vibe MDB, and then I mean, we're highly entertained, so that's the job.
Fair enough. It's worse than it's worth the discussion, if I can say the words.
Right. This match is officially better than I thought it was going to be. I would agree with you. I think it's better than I thought it was going to be as well.
Right. As we got.
Sorry.
Whoop. No, I was saying we got Rank Rabbit 85891 out there with a Cowboys emoji over there. As we're also on Twitch, folks. We got new Twitchers out there. We're feeding the streets out there.
We're
with the Twitch and the YouTube content.
We're like 15, 16 away from 100 on Twitch. So help us out, folks. We're just a little guy trying to be held down by the man. Big. So, he hit the ref bomb. Yeah. Here comes Travis Scott.
Our truth.
Yeah, probably.
Go sleep.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and new.
7,
the first man to hold the WWE and AEW titles at the same time.
Yeah, he's still the last real champion.
Right?
He could be the last real champion of both companies.
Put them both in a bag.
Fucking Kris Kringle.
That's what you do. You come out with that red velvet bag and then pull your belt.
Everyone's been waiting for me to reveal this title that I've held on to a while. Everyone said I'm the last real champion of this, and then he pulls out the WWE belt when everybody thinks it's going to.
Wait a minute. We got Seth.
Burn it down.
Punk was calling.
We got the greatest heist.
Punk was calling for somebody. Did you see that?
An official. Help me.
Wait, was it a ref? Well,
at least somebody who can make a fucking decision out here. And who makes the ultimate decision is Seth Franklin Rollins.
The terrifying trio in the house. Seth, Bronson, and Braun.
If Braun Breaker's your waiter at Olive Garden, do you ask for the extra basket of breadsticks or no? Because he looked like he's very much dressed of, don't ask about the specials.
Seth is cashing in. I don't believe it.
This is really interesting. He's not dressed in I'm ready to wrestle attire.
Balls. We're about to get football to the groin, bro.
Is this where we need to be Homer Simpson?
Right?
Shut up. He takes the $1 million.
Seth taking his time. No real urgency to this moment.
But again, even Wade saying, is this just a moment just to screw over CM Punk?
Yes.
Or you're causing a weapon of mass distraction.
Yes. And that's why I like Seth with the Money in the Bank, because he's a viable threat at all times. Even if he's bluffing, you have to take him serious.
Do we get a Roman? We got a Seth here. We got a Roman.
Music hit.
That's why I keep looking at the screen. Oh, sick 'em, boys.
Get them.
So what? You're going to release the hounds, or the hounds with bees, or the bees?
That ref must. Oh, Punk's fighting out. Bronson misses. We got chaos. If you're tuning in, the ref is down. Punk is up and over on the bronze, and that.
Braun and Braun security fumbled the bag.
They dropped the Punk.
Right, they dropped the hockey Punk
as they're setting him up.
Shield power bomb.
Oh, they could barely get him up. But they flattened that table.
Does this feel impromptu as that table breaks? The other table, I say nay.
Seth in the middle of the ring with the briefcase.
He dropped the ball.
Now Seth calling
for a ref.
Hey, look, classic!
The greatest run in pro wrestling referee history.
Oh shit! Shit!
John Cena said, "Fuck you, Little Nate."
Oh shit! Little Nate goes down. Seth and Cena are arguing. Little Nate goes down.
Could Punk win? Because this does cause the distraction. Could Punk win? Dodges the briefcase. Hey, what do you say?
Yeah, but Punk's been annihilated. Oh,
was he really? As we've got Braun and Braun security.
Painful. I'm gonna say it looks stiff. Shades of WrestleMania 27.
Yeah, where's Deuce and Domino out there? Where's what's his name?
Oh, wait a minute. Penta! I saw someone complaining about Penta, but I like the fact that Penta's been involved. Why is Penta here? Why is Penta here? Shut up.
But are we going to see this when it comes to Moxley versus Hangman? Or we're going to see 72 run-ins?
Oh, I think so. I think
this is what we're getting, a preemptive version of this. So we're getting 72 run-ins.
Right. Let us know out there how you feeling, folks. I'm having a lot of fun with this one.
Penta and Braun. Oh, he just snatched that man up. Yo. Wow. How do you feel about Taker saying that no one else should do the spear besides Braun?
I like it. I agree. I think there's certain things. Sammy. I think certain things should be sacred. And as here comes Sammy throwing bombs.
Does Sammy turn? As everybody's just going after Braun. Fuck Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson's like, go get him, bro.
Right. What do you say fuck me for? Yo!
Oh,
fucking side leg takedown there. Oh, I get that some moves should be protected.
Oh, wait. Watch Penta.
Yo, we're gonna go flying.
Crossbody. Off the stage. Are y'all having fun? Yeah, my bad, Jose. Slipped out.
Bombs over Baghdad. Oh, we're about to drop tsunamis.
Oh. No, we got
just shoving Bronson as he falls in. Always gotta work him over.
330
towards a babyface John Cena with all of this.
He just hit it. Yeah, I mean that's a big move on a heel. Penta off the stage. Penta flying through the air. Zato Meadow.
But Heyman is right there, right beside Punk. Right after you just cost me this, that, and the third.
Right.
Do I need to go and beat your penguin ass? Stop speaking of Pittsburgh.
Right. But now we're down to the two competitors, and they have yet to find a third ref, which is killing me, Smalls. If I'm being picky, where's the third guy? Let's go. What are we waiting for?
John Cena smashes out a little Nate.
Listen, that little Nate spot was one of the best things I've seen in a long time. That was amazing. We were so into the fact that they were running back this sprinting little Nate, and John Cena said, fuck your cheering.
Car crash. But the crowd is just losing their mind. Because at this point, it feels very much fuck predetermined. This feels very much anybody at any moment can win this.
Oh, shit. Punk puts his hand out. John Cena's going to hit him with an AA. Kick him in the nuts.
Kick in the dick. Kick in the dick.
Kick in the dick.
Handshake. And they hug it out.
Look at the face. Look at the face.
Oh,
that's the dick face.
There.
Oh, he got it.
Oh, he got it.
Up he goes.
Got them white Air Forces.
Oh, fuck off, Rollins. Come on. Stomp. And there he goes, Rollins.
But who's the official?
Oh, look.
Who's going to count? Oh, referee slides it. 1, 2, 3.
And it's over.
And John Cena hightails it out of there.
But Seth Rollins cost CM Punk. And that's what you want.
No, it's Cross lost, Asuka lost, all the losses.
It's great. John Cena with the dub, still your world champion. Seth Rollins is a problem, and Punk and Cena put on a show.
Is Seth the one to take it away at the very end? Does he CM Punk the situation of he blows a kiss, what have you, as he leaves out there? Of seeing Seth involved in this situation to me gets very interesting. I liked it. The match was very shenanigans. Was very not a lot of in-ring. Was a lot of
there was a good amount of in-ring, though. What do you mean not a lot of in-ring? There was a good quality.
Yeah, Sami Zayn, we had Penta, we had JC, we had this guy, we had that guy.
That doesn't mean there wasn't any good in-ring. That was a really
I
like,
didn't
they
say
got a
it
lot of
wasn't
time
good
to
in
go.
ring. I said it was a lot more extra outside the ring.
I think the back end of it, the last few minutes of the match, very over, heavily booked. But I think the match itself carried. I thought bell to bell within the ropes. It was a fun match, and then we got a bunch of other shit.
Stay around and watch this.
Oh,
As
so
John
ladies and
go ahead.
looks like we are about to go off the air. Cena holding that belt up. CM Punk made it a battle. Seth Rollins gets in the way. And the reign of Cena continues, setting up Cena, Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam.
We knew it was going to be that outcome. I do like that. I really started to question, could Punk do it? Could we? I don't know if we would have. I fully expected a cash in, even within the middle of the match of like, let's going to make it a triple threat. But that Seth got involved to me is a really interesting caveat.
Okay.
Do we run back to history with Punk and Seth for a minute? Or do we have to still address that?
Yeah, and I do believe there's a decent amount of history between Cena and Seth once upon a time as well. So I still think this. I think Seth and CM Punk will always be a thing as long as they're both in the company. They're just intertwined. They're connected. No matter what they're doing or where they're going, there will always be that kind of that cloud over their head that is the other. I think that's how it's going to look for quite a while with those two.
But see, I think Seth's going to move towards Roman because I think that's where we're going per WrestleMania and everything. Because that to me is truly the always intertwined, the brothers of the Shield and everything is Seth and Roman. Ever since that air shot to the back, and now you had it echo in eternity. Those two will forever be tied.
Yeah, I think their stories are so parallel in so many ways. So for sure. Now, folks, if you don't know, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of every single show. Nick and I are gonna kind of break it down for a little bit and see how you guys felt. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was good? What was bad? What was in between? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. As MDB kicking us off with the knee pads tonight. 8.5 out of 10. I like it. I like it. 5-1 is mega. 5-1. That's right. Don't forget to put your prediction scores in the chat. I hate going searching.
Well, Jose's 10-0 on a 5-6 match card. So.
Right. He did well. He got bonus points, apparently.
Right. Brandon asking, what was your match of the event? What was your match of the night?
That's a good question. The main event, I think, actually steals the show for me. I think that ends up being the best match of tonight. Like I said, perfect, really well done. Pro wrestling. The crowd was loud. I thought Sammy and Cross was a good match, even though people don't like the winner. Asuka Jade was pretty solid. Not my favorite of the night. Yeah, I think the main event actually steals the show. It's the best thing to talk
Cody?
about. Randy Cody was good. Yeah, absolutely good. I can see an argument for that. Didn't blow my socks off. Solid.
That might be arguably my best match of the night. I really also, like you mentioned about Jacob and Solo, they kind of swerved us in a couple different directions. We had the first masked man show up, and I thought it was going to be Hikuleo. It was a Tongaloa, and then we get Hikuleo. So yeah,
I would agree with that. I mean, almost an oversight. I thought Solo and Jacob was a really, really fun match with a nice surprise. Now that you bring it up, not to overlook it, arguably right in the mix. I think I like that match slightly better than I like Cody Randy.
Actually, you want to know what I would probably say was my match of the night? Even though Roxanne in the middle kind of felt interesting.
Yeah.
It is Rhea versus Raquel.
Yeah. I like what we're saying here. I like it. I think this one's for you.
The run-ins was a small fraction of the match. Most of it was one-on-one. What are you talking about? I am talking about the match, sir. If you'd like to follow along, you can hit the closed caption and everything so you can hear the words that I'm saying out of my mouth. I feel... yes, the match was very collar and elbow, wrist locks, and it had that old school wrestling vibe. And then the entire last back half of that match was run-ins, was interference, was referee distractions, was referees knocked out. We had Little Nate took a bump at a crucial aspect of that match. Little Nate took a bump. I can't say that's the best match of the night.
I think I can, and I think I almost want to give it a bonus point because of that Little Nate spot.
Just despite me.
That Little Nate spot was amazing, dude. That is such a fun spot, especially with all the fans. They're so excited.
I'm not denying it wasn't fun. Like, I'm not saying it was bad. With me saying it wasn't my match of the night.
Yeah, that's fine. I think arguably it was the most entertaining from bell to bell kind of moment, as we got Punk is leaving the building still. Disappointed, as you can imagine. 8.5 from Mega. I like it. Wow, incredible. Main event was fire. I would agree with that. I don't know, though. Show 7.5. Okay. 3 and 3. I like that. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. Okay. Night of Champions is an A. I like it, Jordan. 0 out of 10. No Trish. All right. Fine. You got to give like 5 out of 10 because we get Jackie. 6 and 0. There you go. There you go. I like it, Mr. Noob. Thank you, Dale, by the way. 9 out of 10 says Ronan Nick. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. How you feeling? How you feeling over there?
Well, I'm questioning Jose saying 8 out of 10, but he's also asking, does Nick hate fun too? 8.5 out of 10. Minus 1,001,390,000. Yeah, because Cross lost. Yes.
Right. But yeah, Punk.
Go ahead.
No, Punk takes the L. Goes up. And I mean, I think for everybody listening to a lot of people talk about, this is a predictable show. And then, oh shit, I didn't get that right. Oh shit, that wasn't what I thought. A lot of people got surprised, whether you like it or not. A lot of things happened tonight that weren't predictable.
Oh, 100%. It got so predictable that your word can't even say the word predictable.
Right. The remix
and everything. But that's all, folks. But we've also got, so they've advertised for the post-show press conference of Hunter, Rhea, and your new U.S. champion, Solo Sikoa. John saying my match of the night was the main event in University Pug. But so many runs by Penta, Zayn, Rollins, and his faction. No LA Knight running, though. Huh?
University Pug. I don't know what that is, John.
I think he's agreeing a bit more with me of so many run-ins of that can't exactly be match of the night. Osama giving it a 7.5. We have a 9 out of 10. Jordan, I love it. Hey, the vet, what up? Hello, boys. Hello. Shout out, vet.
What's up? Opinion haver. I like it.
Yeah. Shout out, Jamie. But what's your out of 10 for this tonight?
Overall, let's see. We had a lot of good going on. The main event was a lot of fun. It makes me very curious how SummerSlam is going to play out. Seth Rollins and Punk continuing. I like it. Title changes we didn't expect. Bonus mark for Charles Robinson taking a bump. I'm going 8.5 on this one tonight. Maybe it's high, but I really enjoyed it.
If you were going an 8, I could have met you. If you were going an 8, I could have met you. I'm going 7.5.
7.5 tonight. All right, light 7.
Well, it's not night or had too many champions. So how can you call it a night of champions? First off and foremost,
I got over it.
No, well, like I said, I can be swoon into an 8 and everything of this show. To me, a bit outkicked its coverage. I thought this was going to be a predictable paint by numbers show, and it very much was not that. So I think it outkicked its coverage. I don't know if I can go into the 8.5s, the 9s territory. That might be because hard for me, but yeah.
8.5 because for me, from start to finish, as far as what you advertised, the show over delivered. There wasn't really a terrible match on the card in any way, shape, or form. I thought the street fight was excellent. Solo Sikoa is your new world champion. We got Hikuleo. Tonga's back at least. The whole main event. Seth trying to cash in makes a lot of sense. What a main event. The energy in the building. To me, this is easily an 8+ card. This is an A- overall. This show was solid, fun, entertaining, strong from start to finish. Even Jade winning made a lot of sense to me. So outside of Cross losing, which I don't quite get yet, I thought it was a hell of a night, hell of a day.
Cross lost, Asuka lost. I got to knock
There
points
it
off
was.
for that. I know everyone wanted Stormbreaker with Jade Cargill and everything. I'm going to stay in my happy cubby hole of 7.5. Like I said, I could be swoon into an 8. But I'm 7.5. I can't go into that full. Like, did the crowd was the crowd to you so much of a factor that it swung you into that 9-ish territory?
No, they were part of the fun. They were part of the show, but what they did in the ring was what swung me.
No, I asked questions.
I know you kind of had the preconception that the Cena match wasn't going to be that strong, but I thought it was wicked. They're getting pops on headlocks. They're getting pops on Russian leg sweeps. The suspense of it all. Yeah, a little hokey when like the ref's down, but like pops up right at the right time. That if you want to be hypercritical. But the run-ins, like I said, the run-ins we got made sense. I'm curious to see where the rest of this all goes, but I think it was a hell of a show. I really do. I really do. It was one of my faves.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think we're super far apart, but I do think we have, discussion topics. But yeah, as I got Rhea on the post show here, literally she's all fresh as a daisy. She's showered, cleaned, and again, like with Scarlett, she's showing elbows, folks. Is she allowed to be there in Saudi Arabia, showing skin of a woman?
I don't know. 6.5. I'm just glad we can all move on from this pay-per-view now. We won't have to deal with this until January next year. That's
and
again.
You thought I was harsh, and you thought I was harsh.
But yeah, Bradley, in all due respect, I think that comes with a preconception. So, and again, I don't think you're that harsh. I just I thought it was a better show than you did. But and you seem so sad about the show. I feel bad.
Cross lost, Asuka lost. What am I supposed to be happy about? Punk lost. I didn't even get no punkonomics. How am I supposed to pass this class if I've only gotten one class of punkonomics?
There you go. There you go. So the valid question. 8 out of 10 the matches were really good. Not a lot of botches. Again, botches happen, especially when things are supposed to be kind of heated. But yeah, I thought overall 8 seems fair to me. CM Punk shaking his hand, walking to the back on Peacock now. WWE post show. Oh yeah, no, the post show is on YouTube as well. 8.5 from Damian. Faxes John to John C. 8.5 from Buddy Jorge. Again, Boston not happy, kind of like you. But overall, 7.5, 8.5. Everyone's kind of in that 7.5 plus. A couple
there is
outliers.
We fall within a range.
Yeah, a couple of outliers, a little low, a little high. But I mean, solid show, enjoyable show from start to finish.
Right. Well, PS Pitchfork saying I think the opening and the headliner were good matches. So
true.
The opening was the opening the street fight? Yeah, the opening was the street fight.
No, I thought the opening was
Cody Brady. Yeah, shit. Sorry. Yeah.
So true.
Now, would you have preferred that they did it to where that was the co-main versus you get Jade and Asuka in the co-main, and that to some was the go and grab your hot dog, go and grab your popcorn, go and take a break match?
Yeah, I don't know that they really look for that in these shows. I don't, and I don't feel like any one of these matches were like where you see mass people running out. Like people were into everything. So I think they're trying to put, when you have a 4, 5, 6 card match, you don't really have that bathroom break match. No, you want them stand there in their seat fucking holding their piss because shit's so exciting.
Whoa. We don't need any P-Jug GCW fans.
Right.
A 3-way pro wrestling podcast. Wasn't all that impressed with Cross.
I get it.
Them fighting words for a match that could have made the rest of his year. Should have. Don't feel he delivered. How so? But I don't know. This match wasn't meant to be on the card anyway. Ooh.
Fair enough.
It was raw-esque.
What, the match or the show?
No, the match. The build of you. Like I know, I love that I had Cross on a pay-per-view, but okay. I would have. you could have still just had the same match on a Raw.
Yeah, you could have had any. I don't get what you mean.
No,
I don't get what that is. But yeah, no. I thought it was a decent match. I mean, people are bummed out about the outcome. I'm surprised by the outcome, but ultimately, I thought the match itself was perfectly fine. Yeah, I don't know.
I was responding to him saying, but I don't know. This match wasn't meant to be on the card anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were heading towards it, but they got on the card, and it's good for them. The match was good. I don't know the difference. Raw-esque, pay-per-view-esque. I don't know what that is.
I wasn't saying it was bad. I was explaining a comment.
I'm answering the comment as well, sir. Hi, welcome back. But ladies and gentlemen, that is a pay-per-view. This is the post show, but we are shutting her down. We are back tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. for Wrestling with Mental Health. It's going to be a hell of a night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're going to open up and have a discussion about men's mental health. Not to forget, we do have our PCO interview up. And, of course, we are back on Monday, 5:45 p.m. special start time, as they are doing an early taping. Fallout from everything that happened here tonight. But Nick, it was overall a good one. We got a lot to figure out heading towards SummerSlam.
There's going to be plenty of fallout on Monday night. And to me, regardless of if we want to rate 7.5 to 8, 8.5 and everything, it very much was a better show than what I expected it to be.
Absolutely. I would say that. I think that's fair. Outkicked its coverage. I feel like that's kind of like what we do all the time, folks. We appreciate you for being a part of this. Thank you for making us a part of your weekend. Come back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend. And again, with tomorrow, male, female, wrestling fan, non-wrestling fan, all are welcome, as we're going to talk a very important topic. And good job. Nice afternoon off or evening off, sir. All
right.
Set.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, put that for life with it.
That's all we got, folks. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Good day.